What's up, everybody? Welcome back, Fantasy Endgame Live. And it's officially over. Week 1 is in the books. On to week 2. I mean, here we go. There's no looking back. We only look back to check out the stats and figure out what's ahead. So, first up, waiver wire. You know, you got to get those waiver picks in. You've probably seen the video, but now you got questions. Who do I add? Who do I drop? Sometimes it's even tougher. And what do I do if I have one of those injured players who I just found out is injured? That's the most fun. Look, we're going to help you with all of that. Any questions you got? Maybe you got early lineup questions. Already got some trade questions. Good. Let's have it. Throw them at us. We love trade questions. We love all questions, but let's see what we can do to help you win in week 2. I know we don't want to spend a ton of time recapping every game from week 1 because that could be about 2-3 hours by itself. But if you think about it, when we break it down, we talk about all the stuff on the videos. I'm sure you guys have seen every single video, and you're going to see every video that comes out, right? Because we got something every day for you. But big idea. I'm thinking this because I was just teaching this to my kids, so I think big idea. What's the big takeaway you think as far as week 1? Because every year there's something different, right? Like last year was like the return of the veteran running back. Like everyone just assumed that they would be dead, right? Or like these running backs who went to new teams, they're not going to thrive. I remember several years ago, we're like, hey, running quarterbacks, that might be a thing. Like that's important. What do you get from this week so far? Do you think might be kind of the theme for fantasy of 2025, if anything?
Ooh, the theme for fantasy. I don't know. I wonder if it might be like the year of the tight end. And I don't mean like Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, and George Kittle, because somehow 2 of those guys are already hurt. I mean, like, are we going to see like we saw some incredible tight end usage? I'm not just like we see random tight ends, like Isaiah Likely last year or whatever. Like, okay, but we saw like, Hunter Henry, like elite usage. Juwan Johnson, elite usage. Harold Fannin Jr., elite usage. Tyler Warren, elite usage. Sam Laporta, elite usage. Like, not just elite tight end usage, elite usage. Like, I really wonder if maybe finally, like for years, if people are like, oh, this is the tight end's finally deep, and then it's never deep. Tight end's finally deep, and then it's never deep. Maybe tight end is finally deep. Also, I wonder, like, I always talk about this. Everything in life, including football, goes in like these circles, right? And in football, there's always there's these 2 things that drive the circle: offense and defense. So what did we see like in the Peyton Manning era and in the Tom Brady era and even like the early Mahomes era? The rules changed and passing became like everything, right? Deep passing, wide receivers. Well, what happens? Defenses have to adjust, and eventually they figure it out and they adjust. And what worked before stops working. And we've kind of seen that with running backs, right? There was a long stretch where running back, you don't need a running back. You don't even need a running game. Like, who cares? Just throw it 50 times. Now we're seeing like, oh, it's important to have a running game because all these defenses are playing deep, saying keep everything short, and it allows you to run for chunks of yardage. So now it's like and we're going to see it eventually. It's going to go like this, right? And the people who can recognize it the quickest and adjust are the ones who are going to benefit. Like last year, saying like draft a bunch of early running backs because people are still wide receiver crazy, but the running backs are the value. So I do wonder, maybe it's only week 1, don't want to react, but maybe we're going to look back and say like, maybe this is the start of teams actually using tight ends as a weapon because of the way defenses are playing. Maybe.
Yeah, it's early. It's very early, but I agree exactly what you said. Wonder how that makes you feel. You're not a tight end lover, I guess you could say, but just have to adapt and adjust. Yes. And along that kind of similar vein, guys like Tyler Warren just stepping in immediately. But even though there were a couple of big rookie performances, again, I think it's just you got to keep it real. The expectations, a lot of the rookies didn't do much of anything in week 1, and people are shocked. Like, oh, what do you mean Ashton Genty didn't run for 200 yards in his debut? Amari Hampton and a lot of these guys didn't even see the field. This is just how it is. They will be studs in week 1 and beyond week 1, I should say. Not in week 1. It doesn't happen for everybody. But people already are like, why'd they draft this guy? Like what? This takes time. Takes time. That's why I feel like we said over and over again, especially with the receivers, like Matthew Golden, guys like that. Like they're going to be really good. We're still high on him. Not this week, and that's why. Right? It takes time. I almost said Travis Hunter, and we didn't say yes to Travis Hunter a lot. I mean, he got targeted, but he didn't have a big game for fantasy, really. So I'm like, yeah, I think it's fine if you sat him. I'm not disappointed. All right. Well, we do have a lot of questions already lined up. We're not going to waste any time. You guys got questions, add, drop, waiver wire, whatever. But you already know. Also, got to remind you of a couple of things, because besides getting your fantasy lineup set, you also want to get your picks in. Talking about Underdog, right? Get your gimme pick if you're new, because you haven't tried Underdog yet. You were waiting. Don't know what you're waiting for, but it's not too late. You still get this. If you're signing up for the first time in Underdog as a new customer, you get a gimme, and you still got it. I believe you play $5 towards anything, you get $50 in bonus funds added to your account. But if you're brand new, setting up for the first time, make sure you use code ENDGAME. When you put that code at checkout, you get all those freebies I just mentioned, a special pick, plus up to possibly $1,000 of bonus cash. They'll match half your deposit depending on what you put in there. But again, the more you put, the more you get. Play $5, you get bonus funds. The more you play, and the more chances to win on top of that. All right, so try Underdog now. Also, got to remind you that this isn't the only way that you can get your questions answered. We happen to have an app. Maybe you've heard of it. If you've ever seen this show before, it's called Draft Lane. That's right. Draft Lane is the app. And I'm going to, once again, try to very smoothly add, there you go. That was as smooth as it gets. Add this to the stage. There it is. Now, we'll show you what it's about, show you how it works real quick, connects with experts so we can answer questions. We've been answering them all day on the app, but we only got one left here. The other two, you can just ignore those. All right, so here we go. Got a waiver wire question from Adventure. Notice he's in a Yahoo league. This isn't just for Draft Lane leagues. For Yahoo or Sleeper, you sync your leagues with Draft Lane. We can see your roster. So here we go to the question. Any moves after a wild week 1? Number 6 on the waiver wire. All right, let's see. So we can just click the roster button. So here's the roster. Got Lamar, Jacoby, Ridley. Ridley's fine this week. Gibbs, Pollard, Kincaid, London, Walker. Yeah, this team didn't love week 1, I don't think.
No, but I see some, like, depending on who's on the waiver wire, I'd be fine dropping like Rashad White, Josh Palmer, Cam Scatterbo, depending on who's out there.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see before we do that. And again, we just saw the roster. Now let's look at the waivers. Yeah, we can actually see who's on waivers in this league.
Who was their tight end again?
Kincaid.
Okay, so maybe tight end. I don't mind Kincaid, but depends who's out there. I think Benson should definitely be added.
Yeah, Benson's out there. None of these guys. We can also do a search.
Yeah, like Benson.
Higgins, waivers don't look too deep in this league.
No, I do wonder though. I'll bet you Boutte is out there.
Okay, let's do a search here. Boo. Which, by the way, I did double check because hold on, we'll figure it out. I did double check. By the way, it is Booty. It is Booty. It is Booty. I don't know why I keep saying that.
Probably should get all the way out of the question and go back into the question.
Yeah. All right. So Keyshawn Booty, let me do a search and see if he's on there. We can say add. We can tell you who to drop. Wide receiver.
Let's click on Benson. Let's click on Benson.
There we go. Looks like he's available. All right.
Yeah. Because I know it's sorted by. There you go.
And then running back.
We're going to
clear
it.
Okay. Get out of this.
You got to update.
Yeah.
Click update.
Okay. And then let's go back to waivers. Benson, pick up to update. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't save the Boutte one.
Yeah. All right. and then Booty. But this is how it works. We can go through here and say, pick this guy up, pick that guy up, update it, roster. You're gonna drop. Who we're dropping?
I
Yeah,
mean,
any of
he
these
can.
guys?
Does he really need Josh Palmer, Rashad White?
Nah, Palmer and Rashad White. Yeah,
Yeah.
not if you're getting Benson.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And actually, let me add just to make sure. God, pick up.
Yeah, there
Booty.
you go.
All right, there we go. Easy. Oh, we just got another one. Flacco. What's up, Flacco? All right. Actually, we'll get to this one afterwards, right? We'll do this one later.
Yes, do it later.
Let's do the questions we got piled up. So, no offense, Flacco, but you just did this 3 minutes ago. We got some people who've been waiting for a couple hours, so let's do those first. But just don't forget, Draft Lane. Got the leagues here. I have to now go check my lineup on my 20 plus leagues, just like you, but you can connect with experts there as well. All right. Let's see. Who's first? It's John. What's up, John? Got the membership as well. Would you drop any current receiver on my team? Nakua, no. Moore, no. McConkey, no. Diggs, no. Hunter, no.
That's no. That's a lot of no's. No way. Like, remember, you don't have to pick guys up. Like, this is always what I do. The first thing, and this is what I do when people ask the waiver questions. I look at my team. I look at their team. I say, like I try to pick players like, okay, like I did right there. Like, if there are better options on the waiver wire, I can cut Scatterboo. I can cut Rashad White. I can cut Josh Palmer. If there are better options on the waiver wire, you don't have to do it.
No, none of those guys are better than the guys you have.
Right.
I don't think at any point this season you should be dropping any of those 5 receivers unless they're hurt. So you don't need help on the waiver wire. You're good at receiver, John. You're really good.
Yeah, very good.
Someone did ask, and I think it's okay, fair. Is Booty on the Patriots a better option than Diggs on the Patriots if he got more yards, more targets? Like, is he going to be the number 1 guy? I think it's too soon to say that. Stephon Diggs kind of has a track record.
Right. Too soon to say.
Too soon. Okay. Royland, just get this out of the way. How much FAAB are we dumping on Samson?
Well, I mean, not a lot. Not a lot. I mean, if you really are desperate for a running back this week, let's say $100 budget, I might go like $5 or $6 because the thing is, they're already saying like Judkins might practice. I mean, I don't expect, even if Judkins plays, I don't expect Judkins to play a lot. Remember, he had no training camp. He's just now practicing with the team. But the fact is, Judkins will eventually become the RB1 in this offense. So, Samson will still have a role because of his pass catching ability, but that's not the type of guy you need to drop a lot of FAAB on. So don't go crazy for Samson.
And this also goes back to what we just said. Do you actually need Samson? Is he better than the running backs on your roster? You don't have to get him, right? You don't have to get him. I don't think I put a specific number. I usually don't put out numbers in general because every league is different. Like a FAAB percentage, it's easy to just throw out and say, oh, this percent, that number. It depends. It really depends. So in general, I would just say not a lot. Not a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting. Adam also put this question about 4 hours ago. Apparently panicked about the 49ers because he traded Purdy and Pearsall and threw in Sharps to get Dak and Etienne.
I mean, I don't mind Dak for Purdy. I don't mind that. Etienne for Charbonnet, I like that. Pearsall, this is yeah. I mean, see, the problem is like this is really going to come down to Charbonnet because I think Pearsall for Etienne. I mean, I'd probably prefer Pearsall, assuming PPR. But look, Etienne's obviously the RB1 in Jacksonville for the time being. Still not sure, it's going to last. We're not going to see, Tootin start to get worked more and more in. But for right now, he's the RB1. It just comes down to Charbonnet. Like if Kenneth Walker, maybe they just thought he wasn't ready for all the snaps because he barely had any camp or whatever. Like if he actually becomes like the lead back and Charbonnet is just a handcuff, then this trade is probably okay. But if the opposite is true and they're like, hey, we like Charbonnet more, you know what I mean? and Charbonnet is the RB1 in Seattle, you're going to really be kicking yourself for making this move.
Yeah, that's interesting. I look at it as, I mean, I think Sharp, I don't know if I see him having standalone value on a weekly basis. If Walker's healthy, I do expect Walker to kind of bounce back, but that could go either way. I think this depends. Is Etienne? You're basically doing this. You think, okay, Etienne's going to be, all right, maybe not an RB1, but he's going to be really good all year. He's the guy there. I mean, if that happens, yeah, sure, this is a good trade. We'll see. We will see. He's definitely going to get the touches. We know that until maybe Tootin comes along. I know a lot of people are like, this is it. Tootin's the guy. He's the Bucky. He's the Buck. Yeah, we'll see. All right.
We'll see.
Cody, speed round. Why not? It's never too early. Hold Judkins or drop him for Samson.
Hold Judkins. Judkins is the one long-term you're going to want here. Hold Judkins.
Thoughts on Keon Coleman?
I'm liking Keon Coleman. I mean, I didn't like Keon Coleman as a prospect, but there's been lots of guys. I should say lots of guys. There's been guys that I don't think are great prospects, and they develop into great players. There's guys who I thought were great prospects and just never cut it as players. Like, you never know how guys are going to develop when they get to the next level. I started coming around on Keon Coleman after the Shakir injury because he was getting a lot of good buzz out of camp. And I'm like, I don't want to be completely off the Coleman train if this isn't just all, if it's all hype, it's all hype. But if it's not, I mean, he's got Josh Allen. He's competing with nobody. Sorry, Khalil Shakir truthers. He's fine for what he is, but let's be real. Khalil Shakir is not like a wide receiver one or anything. So I started drafting Coleman, the last couple of weeks of on Underdog and in our draft lane drafts when I could. I liked what I saw in week one. Again, it wasn't like Josh Allen, like, oh crap, I'm in trouble. Let me just chuck it to Keon Coleman and hope he does something. You know what I mean? Like, no, even on the that 2-point conversion, not the last one that they got, that the one before that they missed, he wasn't even really open, and Josh Allen just never even looked at anybody else. Just looked at him and threw it and said, like, I trust you. Like, it's too early to buy all the way in, but I'm pretty encouraged after week one.
Well, I mean, I'm on the record as a Keon Coleman hater. All right, I don't mind. I'll say it. I'm a hater.
A hater? I didn't know we hated people.
If he graduated from Florida State University, absolutely.
All right. I guess.
Although, I don't know, I gotta break my own rules sometimes. Ricky Pearsall's a Gator, which is actually arguably worse, and I like Ricky Pearsall. But anyways, I need to see more. Let me see it more than just one game, and we'll see. I'm open-minded to anybody having fantasy relevance. If he puts up numbers, he's in a great situation. Let's see it more than once. Buy low on Nico for BTJ. That's interesting. Is that a buy low? I don't really feel like it is.
Yeah. So which week one bust do you want? I still prefer Nico for BTJ. I don't want to say I was like out on BTJ, because I certainly wasn't out on BTJ, and I don't think BTJ is going to be bad this year by any stretch. But I dropped him. He wasn't a first round pick for me. He was more like an early second round. My two worries were, number one, Travis Hunter, who led the team in targets in week one and probably is only going to get better. But number two, would we see that development and improvement from Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence brutally missed this guy multiple, 5 times in the game. In fact, I don't know if you saw it, the Coach Speak Index, there was a clip of Liam Cohen went over 5 different times that they missed Brian Thomas Jr. I really wonder if Trevor Lawrence is going to hold him back. I really wonder about that. So, I mean, BTJ is a great player, but I wonder if Trevor Lawrence is good enough to support him for his absolute ceiling, especially with Hunter there. So I'll still take Nico here.
Yeah, I pointed it out. I almost hated to say it because you can't slander a rookie, especially a guy who had a huge season. A rookie from last year is what I mean. So Brian Thomas Jr., we all remember him being a beast because he was a total beast at the end of the season, mainly, right? He was good throughout the season, don't get me wrong, but the biggest games he had were all the final month of the season. 86 yards, 105 yards, 132 yards, 91 yards, 103 yards. Okay, I know you already know where this is leading up to.
Yes.
So for those final games of the season, let me see. Trevor Lawrence did not play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not saying that it was all Mac Jones. I'm certainly not saying that. I'm not saying that BTJ or Trevor Lawrence are going to be like complete total busts. But I think Trevor Lawrence has always been overrated. I've always said that. And I'm just not sure. BTJ, Nico, give me Nico. This is I think this is officially the longest speed round we've ever had. Okay, is JJ McCarthy worth a pickup if it means dropping Purdy?
Nah, I'd rather. I mean, if Purdy's out this week, sure. But if Purdy plays, I'd rather have Purdy.
If you have Jalen Hurts, why do you need either one? Just drop them both.
Wait, he's got Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Okay. Jay, 10-teamer. Needs quarterback, 2 receivers, tight end, and a flex. Well, Purdy or Dak. Do you just go with Dak regardless?
Yeah, with Purdy banged up. I do really like Purdy's matchup this week, but he's banged up. Maybe go Dak.
Evans, Myers, Pickens, Ridley, Sutton, Jones, Walker, Njoku, Kincaid. Thanks. You're welcome. Well, you didn't list how many running backs. I guess you only have 2 running backs. You only have 2 running backs.
Okay. Dang, that's risky. I'm gonna go Sutton. Oh man. No, you got to go Evans. I'm gonna go Evans, Sutton at wide receiver. I like Myers. I like Ridley. I like all your wide receivers this week, honestly. Although I mean, we can't knock Evans down. I know he's gonna get Stingley Jr., but come on, can't knock him down, right? We still got to start Mike Evans, don't we? Evans, Sutton. I guess you're starting those 2.
Evans will be okay.
And Njoku Kincaid is tough for me. I mean, and Njoku ran more routes than Harold Fannin Jr., but Harold Fannin Jr. got double the targets. Like, what are we going to see this week?
Yeah.
I might go Kincaid.
That could go either way. I think the tiebreaker has to go to the guy who doesn't really compete for targets with another tight end that much. So let's just see how much Harold Fannin gets used. All right, Moises, another member, which, by the way, we're going to get to your super chats, guys. We got some questions from the members and super chats from a couple hours ago. Moises, what's up? Jamar Chase, don't worry. JMO, don't worry too much. Chase Brown, Henderson, Sutton, and Njoku, worry a little bit. What do we do here on waivers? Are we going Fannin? Is it conceivable to go and get Harold Fannin and David Njoku on the same fantasy team, or is that just asking, for a migraine?
Well, it's probably asking for a migraine, but I'm okay with it. But I also see Brenton Strange is out there. He gets the Bengals this week. Like, he actually led the team in receiving yards. I mean, he didn't have a ton of receiving yards, but he led the team in receiving yards, right? Is that right? Yeah, I'll take Strange this week against the Bengals. I mean, if you want to add Fannin Jr. too, I'm okay with that. I wouldn't have Njoku, Fannin, and Strange all on the same team though. I don't think you can pick up those other guys. I mean, I know Chase burned you, but come on. And Chase Brown wasn't great, but come on. Like, come on. Sutton was good. Yeah, we're not dropping those guys.
No, he's saying here's the bench. Okay, well, you can drop some of these guys. Ollie, I think you can drop
Ollie. You can drop Ollie Gordon. You could drop Marvin Mims. I never understood the Marvin Mims hype. You could drop Gordon and Mims. Who else was out there? Who was available? I mean, I think Hollywood. I think Hollywood would be number 1. I know it sounds crazy, but I think Booty. How do you say it was pronounced?
Booty, straight up
Booty. He's not Booty. He's a good player, actually. He should change his name. I think he would be my number 2. QJ would probably be my number 3. Although for your team, Strange would probably be my number 1 because I want to get the you could Juwan Johnson too. Oh man, I just saw Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson is the one for me where I'm like, Could it be? Could he be the guy this year? Could he be that guy this year? There's always that guy, that tight end that nobody talked about, nobody thought about, and then wins leagues. Like last year it was Jonnu Smith, although in defense for you, you actually were talking about Jonnu Smith last year. But I think that's only because he was a Dolphin. Like I think if Jonnu Smith was on another team, I don't know if you would have been talking about maybe, but that was a great call. You still were talking about him. But Juwan Johnson, like, literally had better usage than Brock Bowers, Trey McBride, George Kittle. I know George Kittle didn't play a lot. Like Samuel, like every tight end. Is that going to continue? Why not? Like, why not? And the other thing, Kellen Moore, not that he's like a tight end guy, but they threw the ball 46 times. Why did they throw it 46 times? I know they were losing, but it wasn't like it was 37-0. They were still within, somewhat distance. They didn't get absolutely like rolled here. It wasn't like the Cardinals scored 5-6 touchdowns in that game. Why did they throw it 40? Because Kellen Moore. That's why they threw it 46 times. Kellen Moore. I'm starting to wonder, like, is Juwan Johnson going to be that guy that somebody picks up in week 1 and just is awesome all year? But there's 3 good tight end options here. So that was a really long answer for this question, like way too long. Yeah, I mean, you don't need Hollywood, QJ, or Booty as much as you need a tight end. So I'd probably prioritize one of the tight ends, then Hollywood, then Booty, then QJ.
Yeah, I like Strange because of the matchup this week, Johnson because of the reasons you said, and I'd still think it's worth grabbing. Okay, that sounds really bad. Grabbing Booty. Picking up off the waiver wire. Kayshawn. All right, Recess also got a 10-teamer in PPR. Lost Worthy and Ingram, please advise. Similar players. Okay, Keenan is out there. Similar players.
I mean, yeah, here I would definitely prioritize Strange. Got a great matchup this week. I mean, Hollywood is good. I like Tillman. I think Hollywood would. Well, I mean, Tillman I might put number 1 because I think more long-term value, right? Because we know Worthy probably going to come back. Rice definitely going to come back. So I'd probably put Tillman 1, Hollywood 2. Keenan, actually, I might put Keenan 1. Keenan 1, Tillman 2, Hollywood 3. I mean, man, Justin Herbert looks great. Keenan's going to be his guy. I mean, like, he's going to be one of his guys. Ladd's going to be his guy. But, Keenan's still his guy too. So I'd go Keenan, Tillman, Hollywood, Strange at tight end.
There you go. Well, at least you got good options in the 10-teamer. And you didn't have to. You already got that YouTube membership, but thank you anyways, Muses. We appreciate it. And now, Brother Pickle.
What's up,
back, Brother Pickle? 3 receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex. Send Tracy for Rice. I'm doing it.
Who is giving up Rashee Rice for Tyrone? Like, they're like, man, Tyrone Tracy was so good. I want Tyrone.
Yeah. Gotta have a piece of that Giants offense.
The Giants offense looked awesome. Yeah, take Rashee Rice here and run.
Yeah, just do it. Like, and he's like, my team. It doesn't matter your team. Honestly, just do it.
It doesn't even matter. Yeah.
Also, okay, this is different. Ladd and Evans for Chase Brown and Jacobs. You're trading with, now it does matter. Okay, sorry. Let's put your team up. You're trading 2 receivers for 2 running backs. You got Ladd, Jason, Evans, Ted, Hollywood, Palmer, Mooney, Connor, Gibbs, Benson, Mason, Tracy. You still got
you're pretty
2
good
running backs.
Pretty good at both. What was the trade again?
It was Ladd. Where is it? Ladd and Evans for, I don't know. I don't see it now.
Chase Brown and somebody.
For Chase Brown and Jacobs.
No. If it was like Chase Brown and the wide receiver, but go back to his team.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're gonna have Chase Brown.
Running backs are gonna do what?
Yeah, you're gonna have Chase Brown, Jacobs, and Gibbs, but your wide receivers are gonna be JSN, Tet, Hollywood. Like, I mean, JSN looks like he can be a wide receiver 1, but those other guys, like, they're fine. I think this is too. Nah, if it was like Chase Brown and Terry McLaurin, T. Higgins coming off a bad game, somebody like that, I maybe would do it because it's like, okay, I don't take that big of a hit at wide receiver and it upgrades my running back room. But yeah, this is going to upgrade your running back room, but it's going to severely downgrade your wide receiver room.
Right. Yeah, you don't need to do it. If you're down bad at running back, maybe, but it doesn't help. But definitely do the first one. All right, let's get to the super chats now. By the way, reminder, you guys probably already know this. If you did super chat, we absolutely will stay on until we answer all of those super chats. We're going to do them in order they were received. This one was still 2.5 hours ago. All right, Alex Bellevue. Start a receiver in a flex. Sutton, Hampton, and Ibuka. So one sits. Who sits? Is it the running back?
I think
Hampton,
so.
right?
I think it's. I mean, I like Hampton this week. It's the Raiders. It's a good matchup, but I mean Sutton and Ibuka and PPR. I think you got to start them.
Yeah, you got to start those receivers. Another league. Bill over either Seahawk running back or both, I guess.
You know what? I actually might. I mean, I don't want, but it's a tough spot for Bill this week. It's the Packers on the road, like a short week in Green Bay. They just held Gibbs and Monty to a combined 46 rushing yards.
Yeah, that defense is legit. I think the Packers defense is going to be, and I think they were legit without Parsons, right? Before they still were good, but now this honestly could be an elite defense. But anyways,
I mean, they barely played Parsons. They barely even played Parsons.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he was only out there like they had like a certain situation things where they're like, okay, we'll put you out there.
It's a tough spot.
Yeah, this is a tough spot.
But the question is, okay, well, what do you do in Seattle? Because you even said, and if y'all see the running back video, you're like, who is the guy? Or is there a guy? We don't know.
I think I would give. I mean, Seattle plays Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh.
I mean, they did do they didn't really do a great job against Breece Hall.
No, not too much. I think this comes down to who do you actually think, if we had to guess, which at this point we're all just guessing because we have no idea, right? Walker, Sharps, who gets more touches or does more with their touches? I know a lot of people are like, don't worry, Walker will be fine. And there's people like, you should be worried about Walker. Like, you should be very worried. Like,
yeah, I was reading about it today, and there really wasn't anything. Apparently, there was one like ESPN beat writer who said he thought Charbonnet could. Like, this is in preseason training camp. Like, one ESPN beat writer thought like Charbonnet could, carve out a bigger role. But that was it. This wasn't like coming from Mike McDonald or Clint Kubiak or anything like that, from what I saw.
Right. Beat writers say a lot of things that don't.
Right. If I'm going to play one of the Seattle running backs this week, I'm going to play Kenneth Walker again.
Yeah. That's what I was leaning. It's just a bad spot for Bill. It might be too. Remember, especially in this match, he didn't catch a pass. That's the problem, right? That fits his ceiling, right? He may catch a pass this week, but that's not his thing yet. All right, and then Tet or Ricky over Monty in non-PPR.
In non-PPR, ooh, that makes it tough. This is not a bad matchup for Monty. His like 5th Chicago Bears revenge game or something. I don't know how many times he's played the Bears now. Probably 5, right? Because they play twice a year. I don't know if he missed any of the Bears games. He might have.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6.
And look, I don't know if you guys have seen the running back video yet. It's been out for a few hours, but I said on there, it's the same usage. He had 2 more carries than Jahmyr Gibbs last week. Yes, Jahmyr Gibbs got those 10 chintzy catches that did nothing. 10 catches for 31 yards. I mean, all they did was score you PPR points. He also had 4 catches. Like, he's still just as involved as he was last year. He's going to be just as involved. It's non-PPR, but I like Ricky Pearsall so much this week. Like, I think I might go Pearsall over Monty. It's the Saints. He could score.
That's the thing. No Kittle. probably, Jennings. You know what? Can we cop out sort of here and say if it's Purdy, start Ricky, and if it's not, then you go Monty.
I guess I might start Ricky either way, honestly.
Start
Look,
Ricky
we
anyway.
just talked about Mac Jones turned BTJ into a stud last year.
We did. That was a long time ago. That's been almost 5 minutes. Everyone forgot. Everyone forgot. All right, let's go to KJ Sticks. Bo or Caleb, week 2, or would you go with one of those elite quarterbacks from week 1, like Danny Dimes or Aaron Rodgers or Geno Smith, not T-Law?
I mean, Daniel Jones plays the Broncos. If you're putting Daniel Jones in your lineup, good luck. Good luck this week. Look, if he comes through with a great game against the Broncos, it's like, all right, you got my attention. Aaron Rodgers, no. Oh man, Bo Nix is so tough. Like, he was so bad last week, and like, why? Why was he so bad? And then the Colts, it's like, okay, like I've been saying, well, you guys don't know because you've only seen one of the videos. Hopefully you've seen one of the videos. But I said on all our Star Sit videos, basically, I'm like, is the Colts defense actually good or is the Dolphins offense just as bad? I guess we're going to find out.
We'll find out.
I might just go Caleb, honestly. Like Caleb ran more than Bo Nix, and he doesn't have to play, man, Bo was so bad last week. I might go Caleb.
I'm looking at the chart again. I got Nix over Caleb. Now, Caleb Williams did run, but also did kind of flop in the end of that game as far as passing. I think it's going to take a little longer for that passing game, but this is close. You go either way. Caleb Williams might have to pass a lot against Detroit. Now, whether that's a good thing, we'll see. I don't know if that helps. I wouldn't pick up any of those quarterbacks, though. I'd go either Bo or Caleb. NTY. Want to know? All right, good start. Let's keep going. Waiver priority, highest 3. 1, 2, 3. They're all receivers.
I'm going to go Tillman, Booty, Hollywood. Again, I think Hollywood will probably be the best of this bunch right now. But I don't play fantasy football for right now. I play fantasy football for the end when it matters. And Tillman and Booty are still going to be big parts of their offense later in the year. I'm not sure Hollywood will be. So Tillman, Booty, Hollywood would be my top 3.
Yeah, I got the same 3. I'm going to go Booty, Tillman, Hollywood. Don't know what your waiver number is. I think it's a good chance both will maybe land to you. So yeah, either one is good. And then got another one here, 10-team full. Baker, Neighbors, Myers, Cook, and Achane, Tucker Kraft, McLaurin at the flex. Here's the bench. Any changes? Got Hunter and Monty on the bench.
Yeah, but I can't. I mean, Neighbors, Myers, not benching Cook or Achane.
Yeah, I think you got the right guys.
Yeah, I actually like Terry this week. Much better matchup this week.
Yeah, Terry will definitely better have a much better game. All right. JCR Melts. What's up? Javonte or Pollard? It's full PPR.
I think you got to go Javonte this week. It's the Giants. I mean, I like Pollard. But Javonte gets the Giants.
Yeah. I mean, looking again at the chart, I got Javonte as a solid start. I'm a little lower on Pollard this week, so let's go Javonte, and then Hunter Henry or Juwan Johnson. I'm
still gonna go Hunter Henry here. His usage was great too, and he gets the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm pretty much all in on Hunter Henry at this point. Might regret it, but we'll see. Here's a quickie. NJ Devilman. Would you drop Shaheed for Booty?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, there's no hope for Shaheed here. Like, if it's not Spencer Rattler, it's going to be Tyler Shook, and if it's not Tyler Shook, it's going to be Jake Hayner. No, there's no hope.
Hey, for what it's worth, Spencer Rattler wasn't that bad last week. It was not the problem.
I mean, I mean, define
I'm not
not
saying he was
that
good.
bad.
I'm not saying he was like good, really good, and you just missed it. No, but he wasn't bad. All right, Spearsy.
Are we sure about that?
That's what I'm looking at the stats right now. It says right there, not too bad. Got my first win.
It doesn't even show the numbers. It just says not that bad.
Well, I do remember it because I was looking up the quarterback stats. His on target percentage rate was actually, I want to say top 10. I'm going to pull it up again. But
well,
not that
it better be when you're averaging 4.7 yards per attempt,
which is not too bad. All right, congrats, Spears. You got to win. Drop Bigsby for Benson. Yes.
Yes, Bigsby is just a handcuff now. I don't even know if he's a handcuff we want.
Right. And then I guess Mason Taylor for Jaden Blue. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. I gotta think Jadon Blue will be active this week after Miles Sanders' performance last week. I hope if he's not, then yeah, it might be time. Might be the end of Jadon Blue.
Yeah, well, we'll see. They might give it another week or two. He's the veteran. Let's give him, another run. But yeah, that's fine. Slim pickings. Yeah, Chubb. Chubb. Would you go Chubb?
If you need running back help right now, like your running backs are terrible. Like I have a team where I had like Derrick Henry and then like Tank Bigsby was my RB2 and like Cam Scatterbo was my RB3. I'm going to try to pick up Nick Chubb just to get me by, right? Just to get me by.
Right. I was going to say, look, if Tank Bigsby was your RB2, okay, pick up Nick Chubb, but hopefully not. Tyler C needs 3. It's a half PPR league. Got Sun God, Waddle, Jacoby, Coleman, Hollywood, Golden, and then wants trade ideas. I don't think I would pick up.
You got to start Sun God. I think Jacoby's close to a must start. I'm going to go Hollywood over Keon Coleman this week because it is a tough matchup for the Bills there against Sauce. He's probably going to get a lot of sauce this week. So Sun God, Jacoby, Hollywood will be my 3. I mean, yeah, you need to upgrade here. Well, yeah, you definitely need to upgrade. I mean, I think Golden has long-term value. I don't know about Waddle. I mean, man. I mean, it sounds like last year we were pretty like confident that like, yeah, Devontae Adams is probably going to get traded at some point. It sounds like Tyreek Hill is probably going to get traded at some point. This seems almost inevitable now. But is that going to be enough to save Waddle? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, let me just say this. I don't want to give up on a guy like Jalen Waddle. Again, he's not the problem. We've seen this happen before. This is exactly what I said. I still hold to this. I think it's going to happen, right? McDaniel just gets the axe mid-season because he's lost the team, which apparently it looks like he already lost them like last year.
Yeah.
And then what happens? You get an interim head coach. He's just out there firing away. Look, let's win some games. We're not making the playoffs. Let's go all in. They put up points, and then like this guy was worthless mid-season, and then all of a sudden, the team actually is like, let's try now. Let's play for the assistant coach. Let's fight for our contracts. And then they put up numbers, like for the past few.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's possible. So I don't want to give up on a guy like that completely. But he has no trade value right now. You can't trade Waddle.
No,
I mean, you shouldn't.
You can't trade Waddle.
And I really don't think in a 10-teamer anybody's trading for Keon Coleman. So just wait. Steven, got a win also. Very nice. Wow. Nice point total. Thank you, King Henry Lamar. That helps.
Yeah, that'll help.
Pick 2, it says with or without Purdy. Okay, Pearsall, Ridley, Tillman, Fannin, or Juwan Jensen. Oh, okay, that's a separate thing. Okay, so Fannin or Juwan?
I'm going Juwan. I'll be honest, this is the one. Because here's how my brain is thinking right now. Juwan, elite usage. Spencer Rattler can't throw the ball more than 5 yards, which is good for a tight end. Kellen Moore, does not care, where they are in the game. I mean, you look at the game, Kamara and Kendre Miller and Devin Neal had 18 carries. And for some reason, Spencer Rattler threw it 46 times in a game where the Cardinals only scored 20 points. This doesn't make 46 pass attempts is when you're losing like 35-0 and you have no choice. You know what I mean? Like every play is just, you're just throwing. Why are we throwing it 46 times? Why are we not running it with Alvin Kamara? Like the run game was actually effective, but it's Kellen Moore.
You just assumed they were going to be losing by a lot. Like you just didn't care about the scoreboard. Like I just know we're going to be behind.
Yeah. But then I think, what if Fannin Jr. is one of those rookie tight ends? Apparently this is a thing now, right? It used to be like rookie tight ends were never good. Now it's like we had Sam Laporta, we had Brock Bowers, we got Tyler Warren, we got Harold Finn. Maybe it's just this thing. And now rookie tight ends are awesome. I don't know. So I'm like really on the fence here. But again, David Njoku did run more routes. I don't think David Njoku's going away. They did run a lot of 2 tight end sets, but still, I think I prioritized Juwan, but I feel like this is something I might regret at the end of the year. Like, oh, I could have Fannin, but I went Juwan instead. But I might regret it the other way too. As far as the wide receivers, I'm going Pearsall and Ridley.
Pearsall and Ridley? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Pearsall for sure. This week, Ridley, Tillman. Again, Ridley got the shadow last week. He's not getting it this week. Let's go Ridley. I'm going to go Juwan Johnson because the thing with Harold Fannin is, number one, he does still have David Njoku out there running routes. Juwan Johnson has nobody else to compete with, very little target competition. And got to remember, just generally speaking with Cleveland, this goes for Tillman too. And look, I said this very clearly on the stash video when I mentioned Tillman. And I think even on one of the draft videos, are like good late round targets. I really like Cedric Tillman early in the year, but I don't think he's going to be a league winner late in the year because you got to remember right now it's Joe Flacco with like Jerome Ford / Dylan Sampson in the backfield. By midseason, we could have Dylan Gabriel. Who else? No, they don't have Kenny Pickett anymore. Shooter Sanders, maybe. And then we could have Judkins back there in the backfield who is actually able to run the ball. So this might not be a pass-happy offense too much longer. And so that's why I'm going to, not go too crazy for Fannin just yet. I still think he's worth picking up, obviously, but I'm going to go Johnson. All right, let's get to Tyler C. 10 team, 0.7 PPR. 2 in a flex. Got Hurts, got BTJ, Ladd, JMO, Keon, and Golden, Bijan, Pollard, Harvey, Mason, and Bill, and then Njoku. Who to flex? Any trades?
Yeah, this was probably frustrating last week because you started BTJ and Ladd while Keon Coleman went off, probably. I guess a running back you're okay at Bijan. But I'm going BTJ and Ladd again. I think I'm going Bijan and Pollard. I might just flex Keon Coleman here. I'm not feeling a big Jameson game. Not ready for Golden yet. Mason's okay. Bill in the tough matchup. I think I'm going to flex Keon Coleman and take a chance there. I would check the waiver wire for tight end. Any trades to make? I mean, not really. If you wanted to try to sell high on like Keon Coleman and Bill and package them together and maybe get like another, a stronger wide receiver or a stronger running back, you could try that. I'm not sure exactly what you're going to get for Keon Coleman or Bill right now, but they're young players. They're coming off big games. A lot of people like those young, exciting players with potential.
Yep.
If you want to try to package them for, like maybe who's a good running back that didn't have a big game, or maybe a Terry McLaurin, maybe even a Ricky Pearsall who didn't have a monster game this week, but I still really like guys like that.
Yeah, and if you're feeling adventurous, you could see if you can get Kenneth Walker on the cheap and see if he winds up being the guy or at least good enough. And then, DeAndre Swift wasn't great last night, but he's still the lead back. Yeah, Bill, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Try to solve. If someone's crazy going Bill's going to be a league winner. Sure, give me your third, fourth round running back for him. I'm going to, just for one more week, we'll see. For one more week, I'm going to continue to be a Keon Coleman hater. I'll go JMO over Keon at the flex. But if you want to go Keon, that's fine. Short season, pick up Hunter Henry, Ertz, Johnson, or Fannin in what order?
I think Hunter Henry's got to be number one. in that Patriots offense. I would put Johnson 2, Fan in 3. I mean, Ertz is going to be there for you pretty much all year. Like, you don't need, like, Henry 1, Johnson 2, Fan in 3.
Yeah, Henry's my number one choice here. And like we just said, Johnson 2. You're saying you have Kincaid, Ingram, and Loveland. Why? We don't need this many tight ends. You
don't
drop...
need Loveland. Loveland's going to take time. Loveland guy had like half the snaps of Cole Kmet last night. Like, right. He's going to need time. You don't need Loveland.
No, you don't. Humberto. Speaking of Ingram, keep him or Ertz, Jonnu Smith. Haven't had that one. Okonkwo, Juwan Johnson, Auden, or Fant. All right, now we're getting deeper.
Well, I don't want to drop Ingram. Like, I know. I mean, he didn't play. He was getting target. He had 4 targets in the short time he played in week 1. It wasn't like he wasn't doing anything. I don't want to just drop him unless it turns like if he goes on IR or something like that. Yeah, sure, drop him. But if he just misses a week or something, I don't really want to drop him. But I do want to pick up Juwan Johnson and probably play him this week over Ingram. Even if Ingram somehow plays coming off a calf injury, you got to be worried. So I would still try to pick up Juwan Johnson, but I don't. Hopefully you have somebody else you can drop, like somebody like an Ollie Gordon that you had on your bench just in case, and he did nothing. I'd rather drop somebody like that.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Ingram's shouldn't be too serious. And then Vinny's got a few here. All right, I'll try to get through these. I know, guys, some of you waiting on your super chats. We're trying to go in order. So we'll speed up the process here, get through these. Because we got a lot of people who put their questions up before we even got on, like hours before. All right, so Vinny, here's an easy one. Is Tank worth holding on to?
Nah, he can't even. I don't even know if he's a handcuff. Is it him or Will Shipley? Like, probably Will Shipley. I mean, nah.
Yeah, he only has value if Saquon gets hurt. I think you can wait. All right, Mahomes or JJ, the Wonder Kid McCarthy?
Yeah, I can't believe you're asking that either. I mean, look, he had a nice fourth quarter, but let's not forget what he did the first 3 quarters, which is pretty much nothing. Like, let's not overreact here. Let's go with Mahomes.
It's still Mahomes. All right. And then needs advice on tight ends. Not surprising. Got Ingram. Chig, Pitts, Otten, Strange, Kincaid on waivers. All right. So, I even thought about this. I sort of kind of lied when I said earlier, well, actually it was in the video that Hunter Henry was my number 1 choice. I think I said that Pitts, if he's out there, was the number 1 choice. So I would say Pitts and then Hunter Henry. But if at this group, it's got to be Pitts and then Strange is next.
Exactly. If Pitts is available anywhere, I'm grabbing him.
Yeah. Try not to drop Ingram, but it's a 10-team or 2. You know what? Maybe it's fine. All right. Chris Hapal Singh, 12-man. This is 2 receivers, 1 flex. Okay, I guess we're just setting the lineup here. Well, Purdy plays, go him over McCarthy, yeah?
Yeah, so Purdy plays Purdy.
Got both Seattle running backs. That's fun.
Yeah, which is like, I even said, like, I want to get both these guys. That way I have the RB1. And it's like, wait, maybe you have both. You don't have any.
and just for fun, has both Denver running backs. So you get to pick one of those 2.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I think I'm still going to give Walker a chance here. And I think I'm going to go Pollard. Dobbins did not look good last week. I mean, he scored, but man, he didn't look good. I think we might see more Highbury, but not enough for me to trust him. So I'm going to go Walker and Pollard at running back. You got to play Lamb BTJ. You just have to. And then I'm going to flex Igbuka. You can drop Christian Kirk. He's out multiple weeks.
True. And then 8-man league, also 2 receivers, 1 flex. You got 2 good running. Well, you got a lot of good running backs. Neighbors, Collins. I mean, you still have to start Neighbors and Nico. Who to flex is the problem.
I think I flex Etienne this week. Against the Bengals. Yeah. Tootin's going to be more involved, but not yet. It's not going to all of a sudden be like 50-50 split here. It's going to be primarily Etienne. He looked great last week. He catches passes. I think you got to flex Etienne against the Bengals.
Yeah. I know you like Pearsall. I like him too, but let's go Etienne. All right. And then Tyler C. Another one, 10-teamer, half PPR starting CD. Nico needs 2 more between Adams, T-Mac, Igbuka. Ooh, got to sit one. Ooh, sit.
I think I'm going to sit T-Mac. Even though I like T-Mac this week, I really like Adams. I think he's in a good spot. Might shock people to know Adams actually ran more routes than Puka Nacua last week.
That's surprising. He didn't get targeted nearly as much, but I think he'll be fine as well.
That's because Puka, they were smart. I mean, the Rams were smart. They put Puka in the slot a ton and got him away from Stingley and said, "Hey, Devontae, you go deal with Stingley." There's no Stingley on the Titans. And they got L'Jarius Sneed, but he doesn't scare me. So I'm gonna go Adams and Igbuka this week.
Yeah, and Dak Fields. It's got to be Fields.
Yeah, it's got to be Fields. Ah, man. Sorry for doubting you, Fields. I'm sorry for doubting you after calling you a league winner all offseason.
I know, right? I mean, it's fair to say, let's see one game, what it looks like. Now we saw. All right, with no Kittle, Goddard, Fannin, Juwan Johnson, or Ertz, is Goddard over those guys?
Oh, Goddard. I don't think so. Like, I know A.J. Brown's not going to be this bad all year. There's still low volume passing. I still think I prefer Johnson. Just want to find out. I mean, if this is the Saints offense, just ask Spencer Rattler to dink and dunk it 50 times a game. I want the tight end.
Yeah, Goddard is the safer play, but you know what we say there. This is a 10-team league. Go for upside. Yeah, I was surprised. Well, Goddard led the team in targets last week, but do we really think that's going to keep up? Probably not. All right, got to keep it going here. Goldie, that's right. We need you. Here we go. You know, already panicking after 1 week. Not everybody.
Absolutely.
Not everybody took home the win. All right. Elmer Sanchez, 14-man league. Is that Purdy or JJ? Well, I think if Purdy plays, you play Purdy.
A lot of Purdy JJ questions.
Yeah, right. Hampton, JT, Walker. Oh, that's good. You don't have to worry about Walker. Need to flex. Probably flexing. Man, is this all you got? Flexing.
No, you got. Yeah, you got to flex Jacoby. So I'm playing the 3 wide receivers, Hampton and JT, Purdy at QB. I think you got to play Tyler. I like Brenda Strange this week, but man, the way Tyler Warren was used, I think I got to play Tyler Warren.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. That's tough because you're talking about a tough matchup versus basically the best possible matchup for a tight end, but still, Warren, I think might be a set and forget. All right, Gabriel. I'm sorry. Good evening. Thank you, Gabriel, as always. Caleb came through. Yeah, well, not for the Bears, but for you. That's good enough. What are your thoughts going forward? And would you drop Loveland? Yes.
Yeah, you can drop Loveland right now. I mean, if you have room on your bench and you want to stash him, fine. But he's well behind Cole Kmet right now. Thoughts on Caleb? He certainly looks better than last year. I don't think anybody can argue that. Did he make mistakes? Yes. Did he miss some throws? Yes. But he looks much more comfortable in the pocket. Having an offensive line that can actually block helps. It was nice to see him running. I mean, he almost had 2 rushing touchdowns. The one thing that was a little frustrating for me last night, and maybe it's just because it was the Vikings. Remember, the Vikings do have a good defense, is not a lot of down the field shots, right? A lot of short stuff. I hope that changes going forward. And again, maybe it's the Vikings. Maybe they just wanted to be conservative, like week 1, Ben Johnson. Maybe he just wanted to have a conservative game plan. Don't put too much on Caleb's plate yet. But I think overall it was encouraging.
Yeah. So quick thoughts on this. Okay, so number 1, 3 things. Number 1, these things take time. First game under new head coach, the new offensive line, all that. The linemen need to gel, right? The scheme, all this, it'll take a little longer than 1 week. Number 2, Minnesota did nothing all first half. In fact, basically the first 3 quarters, right? They didn't have to pass it a whole lot. They didn't have to take shots. They should have been conservative. So yeah, you're not going to see big numbers. And then number 3, they're at Detroit this week. I think they're going to need to open it up whether they want to or not because they might be down early. So I think Caleb will be fine. I would be patient. Loveland's not enough there for him. Just Too many mouths to feed there. All right, let's go. A couple interesting ones. I'm trying to get some of these, and we have a lot of super chats still, but let's do this. All right, real quick. Ready? Let's do a lightning round to get us moving. Dylan Richardson.
All right.
One's JSN. I get it, but Nico is worth more, right?
Yeah, Nico's still worth more. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I talked about JSN in one of the videos, but wouldn't do that. Okay, Thomas wants to know. I don't think he's even asking. He's like, I already dropped Isaiah Pacheco. Is that a mistake?
We'll see. We'll see. Could be.
I wouldn't drop just yet. That's a rage drop. The Hound House. Got to give a shout out to anybody who has a dog on their avatar. Dante Thornton for probably Keishon Booty. Yeah, you can do that.
Give me Booty. Give me Booty.
Got to watch what you say. Martin Broadhurst. Drop Loveland for Fannin.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then, all right, fair question. Kevin, chat, who wants to say, how many people got screwed by Tua? How many people started Tua is all I want to know. Hopefully not too many.
Yeah.
Demetrios, not sure what to do. Perfect segue. We start Hill over guys like Pickens and Diggs. Just one.
I don't think so. I mean,
no.
Yeah. Can't do it.
I don't think so. So between Pickens and Diggs this week.
I mean, it's a good matchup for the Patriots, right, against your Dolphins, but I like Pickens too. And Diggs, it was kind of like, there's a lot of really short stuff for Diggs, which we kind of expected. So I might go Pickens over Diggs.
Yeah, it's a good matchup for Diggs, but at the same time, are they going to be down? Are they going to need to throw it as much as last week? I'm not sure. I don't want to start Tyreek Hill. So, yeah, give me Pickens as well. All right, and then let's see. Quick one, Charlie Green. Sit one, Pearsall, Jason, BTJ, or T-Mac. I'm guessing an 8-teamer.
Yeah, sit T-Mac. Man.
Unfortunately. Return of Quinner. What's up, Quinn? Glad to have you back. Yeah, all right. Well, we answered this earlier. Fields or Dak?
I mean, how do you not start Justin Fields after last week? Like, yeah, you got to start Fields.
Yeah, this is definitely Fields, and then McMillan or Mason in half PPR.
Even in half PPR, I'm going here. Give me Ted.
Agree with that. Okay. And then let's go to Alyssa. Drop Harvey to get Etienne. Ooh.
Oh, man. But I think if Harvey's the only, if Harvey's your worst, I think you have to get Etienne. How can you not add Etienne right now?
I know. There's probably somebody else I would definitely say you drop instead of Harvey, right? There's got to be somebody else. I mean, maybe you can let us know what your roster is.
Yeah, but you got to get it.
Okay, this isn't it. This is a different question from Melissa. Dolphin Cloud needs 2 QBs because it's super flex. Dak, T-Law, Gino, Caleb, or Penix.
I'm gonna go Dak and Penix. Man, Penix gotta feel good with what we saw. I know it's the Bucks, but look good.
Yeah, the only way I wouldn't, and I don't think that's the case, but we don't know. If let's say London, they're like, nah, he's not good. He's not going to play, and Mooney's not playing. All right, then I might sit Penix. But assuming at least one of them plays, go Penix and Dak. Michael Cazares, what's up? 10-man PPR. Drop Loveland. Yeah, which one? Strange or Fannin?
Even though I like Strange better this week, I probably go Fannin because again, I'm thinking more long term, and I'm like, if Fannin really becomes the 1A tight end in that Browns offense, probably going to prefer him to Strange long term. So I'm going to go Fannin, but Strange is fine. If you don't get Fannin, if somebody gets him ahead of you, if they have a higher waiver priority, Strange is fine too.
Yeah. I mean, either one. I know, and maybe I'm being too skeptical on the rookie here. I still think I like Strange better overall, but either one is a solid option. But do it. Drop Leggett or Monangai for Hollywood and QJ.
Yeah, you can do this. I mean, Monangai does look like the next man up should something happen to Swift, but I mean, how many he barely touched the ball last night. Like, yeah, you can do this.
This is a 10-man league. He'll still be there on waivers.
Yes.
D already just out with the bus.
Wow.
Flipped K9 and HAB
Done.
to get Josh Jacobs. Is that enough?
I mean, at least you got a really good player back, but man, this could not be good in the end. We'll see. But look, at least you didn't flip them for like, Dylan Sampson or whoever Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt or somebody like that. So that's good.
Yeah. I mean, you got a good player. We'll see. Mark, thank you. Lost Kittle. So how much for Fannin? I mean, it would help to know how deep this league is. I guess let's assume it's a 12-teamer.
Yeah, I think I can go like 11 or 12 because you're not going to have Kittle for at least a month, maybe even longer. Like they originally said 3 to 5 weeks. So it's at least 4 weeks. It might be even longer. But you also don't want to go crazy because Kittle's going to come back at some point, and when he does, he's going to be your tight end. So, yeah, like 10 or 11. And if I don't get him, it's fine. I'll pick up another tight end.
Yeah, and it also depends too. You're asking about Fannin here, but what if Juwan Johnson's also out there? What if you have several good tight ends out there? So right. It seems like there should be good options, right?
No, it's actually a good point. Like if you're on the waiver wire and you see like Juwan Johnson, Brenton Strange, maybe Hunter Henry, you see like then I'm not going to be too like worried if I don't get Fannin because I got Kittle coming back. I know I have Kittle coming back. So it's like, maybe I'll put like a couple bucks on Fannin, a couple of bucks on Henry, a couple of bucks on whoever. And if I get whoever I get. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. All right. Nathan Miller, glad to have you back. Appreciate you. So here's Nathan's super chat for RB's got Tracy Taylor, Davis Hunt Stevenson on the bench. Laporta, I think I need a backup running back. Benson is available. Fannin looks interesting, but you
don't need Fannin if you have Laporta, but I think you should definitely pick up Benson. You can drop Kareem Hunt. You could drop? I mean, somebody just dropped Isaiah Pacheco. You can certainly drop Kareem Hunt.
Exactly. And again, don't know how deep this league is. Hunt is, yeah. So drop Hunt, pick up Benson. Is there anybody? I mean, you don't need a backup tight end. I don't think you should drop him. Ramondre is going to be an interesting one. I kind of told somebody today on Draft Lane. That's the question was, what do I do here? Now, it was a dynasty league, but still, they're like, what do I do at running back? I'm like, look, just get what you can for Ramondre, if anything, right now. Just try.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, don't you feel like it's not going to be long before his value is basically just in the gutter?
Yes. It might even be this week.
Yeah, that's why I was like, trade him now. You get a pick for him. Great. In your case, Nathan, you don't have to do that, make a trade, but yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Never hurts to have good running back backups. Frosif talked about trading Devonta Smith. This is a dynasty trade. And a second for AJB.
I mean, I think I probably do this. We're talking about wide receivers in the same offense here. I mean, I think they're about the same age, honestly. I mean, because remember, Devonta Smith came in the league very late. He's going to be 27 in November. AJ Brown's 28. He just turned 28 in June. So we're only talking like a year difference here. But we know when healthy, AJ Brown's better. AJ Brown's the guy. I think I would do this.
Yeah, I think you can do this. Again, we didn't have anything Week 1 was bad, obviously, but I don't think there was any major red flag or like, oh, this guy's got some serious injury he's hiding, or like he's dust now. Like, he's not. He's still not that old, and he's still a stud. So yeah, I would do this too. What about this? Richard Garnica wants to know trading Walker for Ibuka a good trade.
You know what? At this point, I might just take Ibuka and not deal. I assume you don't need Kenneth Walker if you're going to trade him. Just give me Ibuka. Ibuka looks great. He's got another great matchup this week. We're hearing Godwin maybe week 5, but when he comes back week 5, it's probably not going to be till like week 8 or 9 till he's even 100%. And by then, Ibuka's going to be solidified in this offense. I'll take Ibuka.
Yeah, I think I would too. I mean, why not? He looks legit. We know that. And then Brandon Bryce, like, this is a pretty clear yes. Trading the other Seattle running back Sharps to get Hampton. You should feel good about that. Richard G. 8-man league. All right, 8-man league problems. CMC, K9, Mason Pollard, I think Chubb, B-Rob, Nico Evans, Pearsall, Olave, Bowers has first waiver priority. Coleman, Sampson, Pittman, or Warren. Is that Tyler Warren? You already got Bowers.
Yeah, you already got Bowers. I mean, maybe Bowers misses.
Well, I'll say not just because it's an 8-man league, but number 1 waiver priority. Dylan Sampson ain't worth it.
No, it's either Coleman or Pittman.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, are we like Pittman's a tough one for me because it's like still Danny Dimes. This week it's the Broncos. He's probably going to fall flat. He's probably going to have a bad game.
Right.
Are we really expecting that from Danny Dimes and Michael Pittman every week? I'm not so sure. Coleman has Josh Allen. Like if this really is a breakout for Coleman, it could be a huge year. It really could be. He's got Josh Allen. Pittman's the safer choice here, of course, because we know he's a good player. We've seen him he's had, multiple good seasons in the NFL. We know what he is. But man, I might take a chance on Coleman here with Pittman as my number 2. But I'm not well, I guess you got the number 1 claims here, getting whoever. I might take a chance on Coleman over Pittman.
Yeah, that would be the one. The one that really is the most valuable here potentially for fantasy teams is probably Tyler Warren, but he's the one you don't need, and that's why I wouldn't do it. Coleman would be the one. And if you're not convinced, you know what, your receiver room isn't crazy deep for an 8-teamer. Yeah, let's do it. Let's try Coleman. You could probably drop Chubb. All right. Here's Juice. It's Juice time. What's up? In a 14-teamer, 1-0. Humble brag. Dak, Achane, Pollard, CD, Ladd, Laporta, Odunze. It's pretty good. Got Downs, Thornton, Najee, Sampson, Bill in all caps, and Ollie Gordon. Dumping C-Rod for QJ. Yeah. Any changes for the lineup?
Achane, Pollard, CD, Ladd, Laporta, Odunze, bench, not Downs, not Thornton, not Najee, not Sampson, Bill, not against the Packers. No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, not this week. Too soon for Bills. We just said not a great matchup. So yeah, you're actually pretty good here. Of course. How about the Marinara fella? Would you trade away Jordan Mason for Pearsall?
Yes, in PPR, definitely.
Yeah, definitely doing that. All right, and then we got Michael Cazares again. Would you trade Diggs for Sharps if you already have Walker?
I think it's fine. I mean, you hope that one of these guys pulls away. I mean, what we don't want is what we saw week 1. Week 1 is just fantasy nightmare, right? It's like can't start either. Terrible. But at least if you have both, you're like, I don't care who it is, just pick one. Right? Please just pick one. Pick one guy. Diggs will probably be fine this year, but are you really going to be like, man, Diggs, oh, what a monster season from Stephon Diggs this year? I think I'm okay doing this.
Yeah, well, I'm okay because this is a 10-man league. You're probably not starting Diggs anyways. So I think it is fine. In a vacuum, I'd say I'd probably prefer Diggs, but you got Walker. It's a shallower league. It's okay. Which, by the way, Juice also not at all a humble brag. Won his week, but because of that late Odunze touchdown, very nice. All right. Hey, I don't know if he helped me actually win any. I was hoping for Odunze to do something. I actually think he pulled me ahead in a couple of leagues, but at the same time cost me the victory in a couple of leagues. You know how that goes
How
when
it
you're in
goes. I mean, that's
30
how it
leagues.
goes. Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're in that many leagues, that's how it goes.
All right, another one from KJ Sticks. Sharp, Addison Bigsby, Ollie, Caleb, Mims. This is the bench. So don't worry, this is the bench. I got one in Judkins. All right, so who are you dropping for guys like, the guys who are on waivers?
I mean, you can drop Bigsby, you can drop Ollie Gordon, you could drop Mims.
Yep.
And I don't know who your QB is, but if you have a stud QB like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, you can drop Caleb too if you want.
Well, yeah, you're saying this is your bench. And yeah, I wouldn't drop him for Jones. So you can drop those, 3 players, add probably in order. Again, we say Coleman, Booty, and then
Probably go QJ.
QJ.
Or maybe,
yeah, I guess QJ.
Yeah. I mean, if you need running back more, you can go Samson.
Fair enough. All right. Feel the vibe. What's up again? Who to pick up for a 4th RB? Ramondre. Apparently already been dropped. Trey Benson, Rashad White, Bill, or Chubb. Bill's still out there?
Bill's a must. You got to add Bill. Bill's a must.
Yeah.
I mean, Bill would be a guy who, if I was in a FAAB league, I'd be willing to drop like half my FAAB for Bill right now. I mean, he looks like the lead back for the Washington Commanders rest of the season.
Yeah. Let's go get him. Don't leave him out there. All right. Then we got Lindsay Renteria. Ooh, all right. Let's see how high we are on Juwan Johnson. Johnson or Ferguson this week?
Again, I might be wrong here. I might be over buying this usage, but I'm taking Juwan Johnson. I mean, Ferguson's fine. He's got Dak. He's on the Cowboys. He'll have some moments, but he's also got CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. If Spencer Rattler is going to throw it 35, 40 times for 4 yards a pass, that's good for the tight end. I'm gonna take a chance on Johnson. Like Ferguson, I feel like it's one of these guys like Ferguson, Dallas Goedert, et cetera, et cetera. Like, yeah, I can just stream one of these. You know what I mean? I can just stream if I need to. But Johnson might be a difference maker. He might not be, but he might.
Well, let me say this. I'm probably going to start saying this more vocally. We try not to be like haters, and I'm not just find the negative in a player, because there's always situation to consider and potential, all this stuff. Unless they're like a Seminole or a Gator, and then I have no problem hating them. But look, Ferguson, whatever. Ferguson was good in college. He's in Dallas. He's a tight end in Dallas. But we all kind of just don't remember he didn't score at all last year, like at all, like no touchdowns. We kind of need that for a tight end who doesn't get major target share. Now he's got CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. I'm not sure exactly how appealing he really is, honestly. I think Jake Ferguson honestly just gets overhyped, not because he's not a good player. I think he is, but he just doesn't get enough for you in fantasy. I think it's because he's in the Dallas Cowboys. And give me Juwan Johnson. Dallas Goedert, at least he led the team in targets last week. At least he gets those targets, Ferguson just doesn't really do a whole lot. Sammy. Okay. Wants to be talked out of sitting AJB for Jacoby.
Well, I mean, Jacoby looked great as we predicted, but what we didn't predict that was even better, not Brock Bowers getting hurt. That's not better. The Raiders led the NFL in neutral situation passing. They were the pass heaviest team in week 1.
Yep.
And not only that, I think they had the fastest pace of play. I think they ran the most snaps. Like it's Chip Kelly. They are like, Chip Kelly. They're going to be fantasy gold this year. Like they're going to pass it a ton. They're going to run a ton of snaps. Everybody's going to have a ton of opportunity. but I still think I have to go A.J. Brown over Jacoby this week. Now, if A.J. Brown bombs again this week, all right, then maybe it's like, okay, there's a problem here. But, man, can I really sit A.J. Brown for Jacoby Myers already? Like, I think that might be a little too reactionary. But, man, I called Jacoby a league winner in a lot of videos. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I mean, it's week one, so, slow your roll. Right. Slow your roll, Chris. Slow down a little bit. It's week one. But if the Raiders offense is going to be like this all year, yeah, he's going to be a monster.
Well, here's the thing. Also try to stay consistent. That's what I'm checking, right? We slap labels on these guys when we do start sitting, right? We give him a strong start. He's a solid start. So I went back and checked. I was like, what did I say about A.J. Brown? I put A.J. Brown as a flex option.
You did.
I did. And I said Jacoby Myers should be solid. I got Jacoby Myers over A.J. Brown. So I cannot talk you out of it because I basically just said I like Jacoby Myers better this week. So there's that. Look, the Chargers is not a great matchup for Myers, but the Chiefs is a bad match. It's a tough matchup for A.J. Brown. Got Trent McDuffie over there. AJB. Could be wrong. Maybe this is like the squeaky wheel game. But maybe not.
I haven't even heard him complain. Has he been complaining?
No. Well, exactly. Like it's not really a squeaky wheel situation.
He's in the corner. He's in the corner reading a book.
No, that's right. He didn't know there was a game going on. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's like, wait, what? We're on off. We got the ball again. Oh crap! Where's my helmet?
Yeah. Maybe don't trade for him in Dynasty. No, I'm just kidding. Ginrail, 14 teamer, LJ, CD, Buka, Ridley, Diggs, Douglas, Chuba, Bill, Swift, Javonte Kittle. All right. So
wow,
this is another tight end question.
A 14 teamer, you got to be feeling pretty good right now. You got CD, Buka, Ridley, Diggs. You got Chuba, Bill, Swift, Javonte, Kittle at tight end. Although, of course, you need a new tight end for temporarily. Lamar. This is a great team. I mean, maybe before the season we went to rated it very high, that is high. But now that we've had a week, I mean, again, don't want to overreact to a week, but you got to be feeling pretty good. This is like probably close to a 9 right now. And again, I'm going to prioritize Johnson over Fannin, but I'll take either one. Again, Kittle only going to miss 4, maybe 5 weeks. And when he comes back, he's going to be your tight end. Even if Juwan Johnson is playing great or Fannin is playing great, yes, Kittle is still going to be your tight end.
Yeah, this is a really good 14-team squad here. Let's go Johnson once again. And this is, I mean, honestly, it's almost like your worst nightmare come true. More tight end talk just after week 1. What's up, Rise? Lost Kittle. So Pitts, Johnson, or Fannin. I think they got to be in that order.
Yeah, Pitts. If Pitts is on any of my waiver wires where I don't have a stud tight end, or if I lost Kittle, he's my number 1 for sure. Yeah,
go Pitts. And if you don't get him, Johnson's a pretty good consolation. And if not, you should definitely land Fannin if it's a 10-teamer is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
All right. Now this one's no Odunze or Pearsall on the flex.
Pearsall. It's not a great spot for Odunze. I still like Odunze. I still like DJ Moore this week, but on the road against the Lions, that secondary is no slouch. So I still think they're fine, but man, I like Pearsall a lot this week. Against the Saints, no Kittle, maybe no Jennings, or at best a banged up Jennings. Give me Pearsall.
Gotta like Pearsall. Yeah. All right. Tolu. Oh, thank you again. Tolu is always in a 12-teamer half super flex. Got Purdy, Fields, and McCarthy. Pretty nice. Got Justin Jefferson, Jameson, Pearsall, Myers, Pittman, Henry, Chuba, Warren, Scattaboo. Come on, Kareem Hunt. Ingram won my first week. All right. Who should I start week 2?
I'm going Purdy, Fields. Obviously, if Purdy doesn't play, go JJ Fields. I'm going Jefferson. I assume we need 2 of these guys. I'm going to go Jefferson, Pearsall. I assume we need 2 running backs, Henry, Chuba. If there's a flex, it's Jacoby. Tight end, I would go try to get a tight end in case Ingram doesn't play. But even if he plays, he's probably going to be limited, I would try to go get a tight end.
Yeah, exactly. So drop Hunt, get one of those tight ends. You already know by now all the names in the order pretty much. Okay, here's an interesting one. Arza. So here's the team desperately needs running backs. Would you give up Chase to get Bucky and Ted?
No. No.
I don't know if that's enough.
Why can't you do like Lad for Bucky? They were drafted pretty much neck and neck. They both had very similar week 1 games. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that seems reasonable. And look, you're like, I'm desperately need running backs. If you trade Chase, you got Lad, okay, Hunter, and then Rice. Like you have zero depth apparently. I don't know who else. I'm sure you have more players than this, but still.
And here's the thing. Now I know this is easy for me to say because I have had many, many fantasy teams. I mean, I just told you guys I have a fantasy team where I have Derrick Henry and Tank Bigsby as my RB2. I am more than comfortable struggling at running back early in the year. I've done it many, many times with great success. It's not easy. You have to be active. You have to try to make trades. You got to be working the waiver wire. So it's easy for me to say, like, you're fine at running back. But honestly, I'd be fine at running back if I had these guys. I'd be a little nervous with Walker right now. But at the same time, it's like all it's going to take. What if this week Walker gets like 75% of the touches and scores a touchdown, and Henderson gets more touches than Ramondre Stevenson and has an okay game? I mean, Henderson wasn't even that bad last year. He was okay. You know what I mean? You're going to suddenly feel pretty good about your running backs. Like, that's how quick it can switch in fantasy football. That's how quick it can switch. And if Chase goes out there this week, like if you'd make this trade, and let's say Bucky is just kind of okay again and Ted's just kind of okay, and Chase goes for 35 points, you're not going to be feeling very good Sunday night.
Yeah, it's too early to say Walker is bust. I can't start. It's too soon. And Henderson, we already feel the takeover might happen maybe this week even. So I don't think you should panic. Don't do that. Try Lad for Bucky. That's fair. All right, Cody.
Yes.
What are some? This was early on, speed round that lasted 10 minutes. What should some stud running receivers I should try to get in a trade for BTJ? Well, don't. Okay.
I mean, BTJ is a stud wide receiver, but I mean, Neighbors, try to go get Neighbors. I still think Neighbors looked fantastic. I think Neighbors is going to have a big season. Try to go get Neighbors. He didn't have a big game. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, come on. Like, he didn't have a big game. Yeah.
Should all be studs. Rusty Shackelford. Got JD, Nico Sutton, Ibuka, DK, Ricky, HN, CMC, Travion, Bill, ATN, B-Rob, Judkins, Warren. That's a good squad. Number 1 waiver. Well, all right. Gets better. But who to get? I guess who to drop?
What do you need here?
Because I could drop any of those players. Like for what's out there, you know?
I mean, I can drop Brian Robinson. I mean, but I guess you have CMC, so maybe you want to hold them.
Maybe Judkins. But you know what? Do I really want to drop Judkins for Javonte? I don't think so.
No, I was thinking maybe Keenan, but I don't know. I mean, your team is so good. You don't really have anybody to drop. I mean, yeah, you could drop Judkins. You could drop B-Rob, but why?
Yeah, this
you got
is a case.
You kind of want to hold B-Rob.
This team is good enough. You know, you don't have to use that waiver priority. I know you get first choice first week, but are any of these guys significantly better than who you have on your team? I don't think so. I think I would just hold on to it and just keep that, in my back pocket if I need it. All right, Doug Fenton has a Conquo. That's not bad. Should I grab Harold Fannin or Juwan Johnson and roll with that? This is tricky. I was big on a Conquo preseason. I know you liked him too, but
yeah, but I would just prefer one of these guys right now. I mean, why? Yeah. Why keep rolling out Okonkwo when you got these guys available? Johnson first, Fannin second for me.
Has Kittle. Yeah, have Njoku. All right. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alyssa Dolphin Cloud. Okay, Njoku. Would you drop him for Johnson?
I mean, you got Laporta, sure. You don't really need either of these guys, but you got Laporta, sure.
Yeah, they're both backups. Run CMC. How's it going? Drop Eckler for Benson.
That I would definitely do.
Yeah, Golden for Keenan.
That one's tougher, but you say it's a 10-teamer. I doubt is anybody going to really pick up Matthew Golden in a 10-teamer?
Not yet. I don't think so. Probably not.
Yeah, I think you're probably okay in a 10-teamer.
Yeah. Let's keep an eye on Golden. It'll take some time, but he might come through later in the season. Cali Kid. Purdy banged up. Start Stafford, Lawrence, May, or Geno.
If Purdy's out, I would go with May. May would be my first choice here. Good matchup this week against your Dolphins.
Absolutely. May would be the guy. What's up, Anthony? All right. So Eckler has some sort of injury. He was questionable early in the week with like a shoulder thing. I don't know if it's keep out though.
Yeah, he was limited again today, but I mean, he'll probably play. I think you got to, I mean, unless it's, even if it's non-PPR, I might flex Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, again, look what the Packers just did to the Lions.
Yeah, and we said this. I know you probably weren't on. This was at the very beginning, I think, but not a good matchup for Bill. So not this week. Too soon. Okay, Brother Pickle saying he was unclear with the question earlier. It was Ladd or Evans for Brown or Jacobs.
That's a little different here.
That is different.
I mean, I would probably, if I could choose, I would do Evans for Brown or Jacobs. I think I still prefer Ladd to Evans, even though I like Evans. But if I had to give up Ladd to get Brown, that's Chase Brown, right? If I had to give up Ladd to get Brown or Jacobs, I'd be okay with that too. I mean, Ladd, Brown, Jacobs were all drafted very similarly in drafts. I don't think you're losing anything here by trading Ladd for one of those running backs. But if I could, I would trade Evans for one of them. If I can't, Ladd's fine.
Yeah, and this makes more sense. One receiver for one running back. That's reasonable. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and I sure can do that. Back to Julio. Once two of these, T-Mac, Pearsall, Pickens, Golden. Well, obviously not Golden if you're dropping him.
T-Mac and Pearsall. Hold on. I said that really quick. I mean, Pearsall definitely. Not sure between T-Mac and Pickens, but I think T-Mac. Let me look. Most of the questions tonight I've actually felt pretty confident on. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
McMillan, Cardinals, Cowboys, Giants. I'll go T-Mac, Pearsall, but T-Mac Pickens is very, very close for me, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Pearsall's definitely one. Yeah, I think I'll go T-Mac as well. You go either way. Steve Bateman. All right. Did you trade Olave to get Judkins if you're short on running backs?
I think it's fine. I'm guessing Olave is like your wide receiver 4 or 5 or something. What's the upside for Olave? Like, I mean, he had 13 targets and he got 54 yards. Like, what's really the upside here?
Yeah, I'm fine doing this. I mean, I prefer to have a running back I know can help me now, and I know it's not going to be on a bad team. But, beggars can't be choosers. You might be able to get a better running back for Olave, but this really depends on your league mate's opinion of Olave. Xavier mentioned trading DK for T-Mac. Got countered DK and Pearsall for K9 and T-Mac. I mean, I'm not avoiding K9, but is this enough? It's a question.
I'm not avoiding K9, but at the same time, I'm not sure I want to trade for K9. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's one thing if it was like, hey, somebody wants to trade me, Jahmyr Gibbs because they're freaked out that, the Lions offense without Ben Johnson is going to be terrible. And, and it's like, okay, we know Jahmyr Gibbs. We know what his role is. We know how good he is. I don't have to worry about that. I'll go buy low on Jahmyr Gibbs if somebody's freaking out about Jahmyr Gibbs, or if somebody's freaking out about Jonathan. Oh my gosh, DJ Giddens played the fourth quarter. Yeah, because they were blowing him out and they rested him. You know what I mean? And somebody's freaking out, I'll go buy low on JT because I know JT's the guy in Indy. There's still risk with Walker right now. He's not a guy I really necessarily want to go trade for. I understand, like, if he goes out there and is a guy, I probably can't trade for him anymore. But I think I like Pearsall. I mean, I don't really like DK that much, but he's at least safe. I don't know about that. I think I just hold DK and Pearsall.
Yeah, and the way I see this, because initially you said DK for T-Mac in the question, but I mean, I look at it, we both like Pearsall and T-Mac a lot this year. I see them as pretty close, right? You maybe prefer T-Mac's upside a little bit long-term. Pearsall is going to be a stud right now with no Kittle, but I think that's pretty close. So would you say T-Mac, Pearsall, pretty comparable?
Yeah, pretty comparable.
So then in my mind, I'm like, okay, Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf. I think if you need a running back, I'm okay doing that. If you need a running back, you're buying low. I mean, you're taking a chance here, right? You're taking a chance. Right. So this depends. What is DK to you? Is he your third receiver? Is he your fourth receiver? And then what's your running back situation? So I could see doing this if you want to take a chance on K9. It's risky, though. Clearly, it's risky. All right, what about Seth Swirsky? Am I playing the right guys? Hurts, yes. Henry, Brees, Neighbors, Ibuka looks good. Andrews, we'll see. Monty is the flex. We have 3 flexes here. Monty, Javonte, and Tyreek. All right. Ridley, Henry, Austin, Kirk.
Yeah, I'm playing Hunter Henry over Andrews, and I'm playing Ridley over Tyreek.
Yeah, I earlier expressed some concerns about Tyreek, and they have not gone away. So Ridley and Henry over Andrews and Tyreek.
They haven't gone away in the last 20 minutes?
Nope. I don't know if they're going to go away the rest of this year. Tolu won all 3 of his leagues. Awesome.
Nice.
Dropped Pittman 4 Mims.
Why?
I think it should be switched.
Yeah, I would definitely get Pittman back.
I mean, I'm guessing you did this like before the week, right? You're like,
yes,
whatever.
Yes, I hope.
Reclaim him with FAAB. All right, look, how much FAAB for Pittman? Not too much, right?
Well, I mean, he's probably going to. I mean, he just had a 20-point game. Like, he's going to. You're not going to be fighting against yourself here. You're going to be fighting against almost your entire league. I mean, I don't want to go crazy here, but let's be real. Like, Pittman was drafted in every single league. Like, usually waiver wire guys are guys we didn't talk about much during the season, during the offseason, or we didn't have high expectations for during the offseason. Like, Pittman's a guy, like, yeah, he was like a later round pick, but we know he's a good player. We know, like, man, why did you drop him for Mims? I think you got to go at least 30%, and that might not even be enough. I'll go at least 30%.
Yeah, let's try. I'm just making like double sure. You're saying drop Evans. I'm trying to make sure there's not another Evans I can think of.
Yeah, do not drop Mike Evans. No. Tolu, no. Why are you dropping good players? Stop dropping good players.
Yeah. Don't do it. And then Brock, again, just trying to make sure there's not another Brock I'm thinking of here. Brock Purdy or JJ McCarthy is what I'm guessing the question is.
Yes.
Not asking Brock Bowers or
drop Brock Bowers. I would just roll with Brock Purdy. If he's out this week, you can drop him for McCarthy. It's fine. You'll be fine.
All right. Real quick. Western Goods. Is Najee droppable?
Mostly yes. I don't want to drop. I'm not going to drop him for like Woody Marks or, you know what I mean? Like a dice roll.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Well, no,
Or
really.
like
I mean, people are like, oh, Booty Marks. Maybe, eventually he can carve it. I mean, maybe he can, but maybe he can't. Like, at least the Najee, we got to think eventually we'll start slowly getting more touches, maybe. But yeah, if if there's anybody decent on the waiver wire, he's droppable. Yes.
right. Yeah, don't drop him just to get like a third tight end or something. All right. Alexis Aguilar got offered Olave for Ridley, asked for DJ instead. Is it a mistake trading Ridley? Tried getting Bijan and got called a clown. Well, depends what you offered.
I mean, if you offered Ridley for Bijan, yeah, that's kind of
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trading Ridley for Olave. That's for sure. I don't even want to trade him for DJ Moore, honestly. Yes, I think it's a okay. There should be no panic on Ridley right now. The entire week last week, we said, don't start Calvin Ridley unless your options were like, horrible. Then it's like, fine, take a chance on Ridley. It's Surtain. He's going to have a bad game. And he didn't really have that bad of a game. If he didn't drop those 2 passes, he would have had like 70 yards in that game. Like, it wouldn't have even been that bad. Like, there should be no panic on Ridley right now.
Right. We knew this was going to happen this week. So,
yeah,
don't worry. We'll be okay. All right. Let's keep going. I feel like we're picking up the pace. We're still like almost an hour behind on the super chat. So,
all right, pick it up even more.
Let's go. Galaxy Pickers. Trade Jamar Chase, Bucky Irvin, and Brian Robinson for CeeDee Lamb, Jonathan Taylor, and Rome Odunze.
Well, I was shaking my head, but now I think, why not? I mean, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase. I mean, sure, I still prefer Chase, but CeeDee Lamb isn't that far behind. JT, right. Bucky, that's close. But Brian Robinson and Odunze? Yeah, give me Odunze. I think I'll take the Lamb side here. Even though I don't want to give up Chase, I'll take the Lamb side.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was like, it's a lot. You're getting the better side of the deal, I think. Let's do it. Not nearly as exciting of a trade. Sorry, Anthony. Was offered Juwan Jennings for Blaishaw Tootin by the Etienne owner. Would you give up? You're giving up Tootin to get Jennings? Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I do worry, like, what if Tootin starts to take on a bigger role as the season goes on?
But that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. You never believe this. We're trying to go, but not a super chat. Do you recall our man Jeremy Sarson? After how long?
What's up, Jeremy? This is one of the OGs. Like, I'm talking like when Fantasy Endgame first started. What is up, Jeremy? Hope you're doing well.
It could take a 2-year hiatus and come drop back in. Well, that's fine. Hey,
2 years might even been longer. What's up?
Yeah, maybe even longer. All right. Well, hope all is good, especially with the family. And if you do drop any questions, of course, we'll put them up. O'Neill, Fatak, pick 5, 2 in a flex. T-Mac, Neighbors, Pearsall, Ridley, Chase Brown, Kamara, Henderson, Stevenson, and Mason.
All right, 2 running back or 2. Let's start with wide receivers. I'm going to go Neighbors, Pearsall. Running backs will be Chase Brown. Probably still got to go Kamara, I think, but I'm getting a little nervous. But I think you still got to go Kamara this week. Gonna flex. I think I'm flexing Ridley, even though I like T-Mac. That's close. And then I'm gonna go. You gotta go Fields at QB. Gotta go Fields.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Go Fields here. All right, yeah, pretty good team here, and also return. I think the first time this season. I feel like you added something to your name here. Robert Mitchell, Profit.
Profit.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, Robert?
What's up? Glad you're back too. All right. So who would you drop? Debo or Pacheco? I mean, you can't drop Debo after last week, can you?
No, I mean, I guess Pacheco, although I don't really want to drop Pacheco. But if you have to, Pacheco would be the one.
Have McLaurin, Igbuka, Gibbs, Genti, Laporta. That's good. Your thoughts, Juwan Johnson for Laporta?
No, you're good with Laporta. Don't drop Laporta for Juwan Johnson. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You don't need Juwan Johnson. You don't need any tight ends. All these tight ends we're talking about, you're lucky. You don't need one. So you're good. Yeah, I don't want to just drop Pacheco. I think he'll be better. But yeah, I hate to say it. Debo looks good. I mean, do we have numbers? What I'm really curious about, do we have numbers on like his speed, like his top speed and his separation? Like
Yeah, you can look on next gen stats.
I could look. I haven't done it yet. All right, Robert. There you go. If you're going to drop one, I guess you have to drop Pacheco and don't drop Laporta. NTY. Our first defense question. Goody. Rams or 49ers or somebody else?
I think it's got to be 49ers against Spencer Rattler and the Saints.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, Spencer Rattler did not throw multiple interceptions, but yeah, let's go 49ers here. What about Matt D? Okay, no, too far. Too far. Do not drop Devonta Smith.
No, don't drop Devonta Smith.
For anyone, no, unless somebody dropped AJ Brown, I guess. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Would you?
No, I would not. Sure,
Crusader, are you trading away Achane?
I mean, I'm not trading him away just to trade him away. Like, I'm not panicked about Achane here. Like, Achane was the only guy who looked good in that game. Yeah. I mean, he's still giving you explosive runs, still catching passes.
Yeah. If there's one guy who will still give you something, it's not the receivers maybe, but it's Achane. All right. Let's go to Joe Estrada. Welcome back, Joe. Full PPR. Any changes here? Well, you have actually a lot of good players. Okay, are we benching Njoku for Juwan Johnson? I think we said yes.
Yeah, I would do that. But I'm not changing anything else, man. You got a really good team here. I mean, you know what?
Oh. You're benching AJB?
I was thinking about Adams over AJB, but I don't know if I could do it. But I wouldn't fault you if you did.
Let me double check. I already said I'm down on AJB, but how high am I on Devonta Adams this week? It's what the Rams go against the Titans. Yeah, I would do it. You can do Adams for AJB, but you don't have to. And then Johnson over Njoku. All right. We got a lot of good trade questions too. Ooh, but we got to keep going. Okay. Let's go to Michael Marowitz. Purdy and Kelsey out. Well, Purdy's not officially out. He may be, but we don't know.
Kelsey's not out.
Yeah.
What do you mean
Kelsey?
You mean Kittle?
Yeah. Kittle? Okay. Yeah. Kelsey's fine. Kittle is out. All right. Henry or waivers? No, go Henry.
Yeah, Henry. Oh, Pitts.
Oh, Pitts is on there. Well, either way.
I might prefer Henry this week, maybe. But if Pitts is out there, I want Pitts. Yeah, I want Pitts.
Yeah, all right. You can get Pitts. You're fine with Henry. Okay, so if Purdy misses, Penix, Geno, or Stroud?
Penix.
And then, get that stack. Penix, Pitts. Here we go. League 2, trade Herbert or Baker for on RB2. Any RB2? Sure. I mean, you would trade one of those quarterbacks to get a good running back, right?
Yeah, it depends which running back, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Mary Jo, what's up? Penix or Caleb this week?
Assuming Drake London plays, I'm going to go Penix.
Right. I think that's a big factor there. I mean, if he doesn't play at all, I would probably go Caleb. Alex B. Flexing JMO, DK, or Myers?
Give me Jacoby. Jacoby
for the win. All right. Carl. It's like Thanks for playing. Got knocked out of my own guillotine league already by 2 points.
This is the problem with guillotine leagues. Like it's one of those things that like sounds so good. Like, oh yeah, playing a guillotine league is gonna be so much fun. And then whoever gets knocked down in week 1 is like, well, that sucked.
Yep. Like season is literally over now.
Yeah, like I don't understand guillotine leagues. Like, yeah, it's great for one guy or 2 guys that make it to the end.
Yeah. That's funny. I did I did a couple, but they're best ball leagues. I drafted, and these drafted in like June or something. I didn't even remember until I saw the score report, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm still alive. Alan Wendling. Okay. A very similar question here. Fannin, Johnson, or JT Sanders. I still like Sanders maybe, but come on. We got to see something a lot better here.
Nah, it's Johnson 1, Fannin 2, Sanders 3.
And variation of that question. Chris Epal wants to know Juwan Johnson, Hunter Henry. I'm guessing Strange, Chig, or Fannin.
Hunter Henry would be number 1 for me.
Yeah, I think it's the first. Probably, yeah, Henry's first. I might put Strange second. Okay, Alan here wants to know Geno Smith, Danny Dimes, or Joe Flacco.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go Geno Smith. He was solid last week. They throw so much. I mean, I know Danny Dimes had a monster game, but he's got to play the Broncos now.
Yeah.
Go
for week 2, based on the matchup, you got to go Geno. All right. Ethan Struby in a 12-man league didn't get the win. That's okay. It's still early. Moves here. I got Fields, BTJ, Ladd Gibbs, J.K. Wilson, Njoku, Rome, Hendy, RJ Leggett, Cam Tank. Okay, wait, you can drop Tank. And then this is a different team.
I mean, I don't see any moves to make with that first team other than you could drop Tank. You could drop Leggett depending on who, like if Hollywood or Keenan or somebody like that's out there. I'm fine dropping Leggett for them. Team 2, Reese Crouch, Jameson Myers, Dak. I mean, you don't need Dak when you have Hurts. You could drop Eckler if there's somebody good. I guess Blue's fine. We'll see if he's active this week, but you could drop Dak and Eckler there.
Yeah, and then the waiver wire, again, just kind of go in order of those guys we've mentioned here. You got a good starting lineup, even if not everybody went off week 1. Yeah, you're pretty deep here. You're pretty deep. All right, let's get to Himothy. I have A.J. Brown and Chase. I don't know what to do. Be patient. I think that's what you do. What do you do with R.J. Hart? Yeah. Be patient.
Yeah, it's been 1 week. It's been 1 week.
Right.
I remember last year the thumbnail for the panic video was Chase and Joe Burrow. They were the thumbnail for the panic video. Jamar Chase scored 6 points. He was the wide receiver 37 after week 1 last year. How'd that turn out? It'll be okay.
It was all right. I think it'll be okay. Yep. And just so happens the Browns, they apparently never put up big numbers against the Browns. At least Joe Burrow doesn't.
Yeah, which is weird.
Honestly, I hate to say, Himothy, just wait. Just be patient. Don't do anything. Don't drop, of course, any of these guys, not even Harvey, but don't panic trade. Just wait. All right. We got now Tristan Roll. All right. Not unreasonable. Trade away Mark Andrews or just drop him. Yeah, there are a lot of options. Are you dropping Mark Andrews for like a Juwan Johnson, Harold Fannin type?
No, I don't want to drop Mark Andrews. I'm fine trading them away, but the problem is, like, let's say I guess if you trade them away, you know you're not going to have them, but like usually in most leagues, you got to wait a couple days, which is, I don't understand why. I think it's dumb. Like, why? Like, if you and I say, hey, let's trade these guys. Okay. All right. Now you got to wait like 3 days for the trade. Like, why? Why do I have to wait? Just go through. Why do I have to wait?
I agree.
Anyways, don't want to get on a rant here. We don't have time for that. But if you want to pick up another tight end, that's fine. But don't drop Mark Andrews.
Right. No, again, be patient. Mark Andrews, what was it? The first 3 or 4 games last year did nothing. And then he scored a touchdown in every game almost the entire rest of the season. He'll be okay.
Until it mattered.
I mean, playoffs, not so much, but that doesn't matter for your fantasy team. Kyle Maddox, interesting question. This implies that you're thinking of dropping Tyreek Hill. I think it's too soon to just drop him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to drop Tyreek Hill anyways. But yeah, I mean, look, I do think we're starting to hear it, right? We're starting to hear the talk out there that, like, I mean, why not trade Tyreek Hill if you're the Dolphins? He's 31 years old. He's complaining. He's not playing well. Why not trade him?
Makes Go for it. Honestly, why not? They're not going to make. All right, I'm not going to get into this. Saint Zal, drop Waddle to get Keenan Allen. No, I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, that's probably too much. Can't do that.
Okay, this is interesting. Mary Jo, would you drop Knicks to get Fields?
Yes. Yeah, I called Fields a league winner all year. I saw everything I needed to see in week 1. I'm all in on Fields. I'm all in.
Yeah, you can do this. All right, short season. Pollard, T-Mac, or Smith for the flex? Just regular lineup question.
I'm going T-Mac.
Yeah. And then Lindsey at tight end, you're going Goddard or Fannin?
I'm going Fannin because I want, like, if Fannin ends up breaking out this year, I want to have that on my team. Goddard's going to be Goddard. Like, Goddard's a streaming tight end, like a Dalton Kincaid, a Jake Ferguson, right? Like, I can find Goddard's on the waiver wire. But if Fannin ends up being a breakout, I want Fannin.
You know what? That's funny. This Mr. TD summed up kind of what you're saying in a very different way. Fannin's just funner than Goddard.
There you go. Exactly.
All right. That's pretty good. I like that. That's funny. D Brown, no question. Just want to thank you. Appreciate the love.
Thank you.
All right. Anthony wants to know if we're dropping.
I don't know why. Why are you dropping Hunter Henry? He came out, had a great game.
He was great. Now, you know what I said about Ferguson? Anthony probably wasn't on here early when we said, I kind of went off on Ferguson. Yeah, drop Ferguson. What does he do? Well, tell me the last time he scored a touchdown. Okay. Tyler Lockett for a booty call.
Yes.
You have Tyler Lockett?
Oh, you can definitely drop Tyler Lockett. Did Tyler Lockett even get a target? I'm honestly not even sure.
I don't even know if you did. I have to look it up. Who do you like between Alec, Ayamanor, and Booty?
That one's closer. I mean, Ayamanor did have 7 targets in that game, but probably got to give Booty the edge right now.
Give him the edge because he's just in an offense that's a little farther along. It's going to take time for the Titans in general. So Booty it is. And then we're going to, Mike Kowalski, allegedly. Start Prosciutto, T-Law, or drop one and pick up May or Caleb. I think it's Prescott.
I'll just go with Dak. I mean, I'm okay if you want to go May.
These guys are all pretty close, actually. But, yeah, I'm not doing T-Law. Actually, now I think about it. No, T-Law, go May this week. Justin O'Grady, surprised. I thought you already were a member. I thought you just got it last week. Didn't you already get this? All right.
I don't know. Maybe he was a member for like a day. Can you do 1-day memberships?
Do they?
I don't know.
Like when you go to Costco and you're like, I don't want to commit. I just want to shop for like 1 day. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they do. All right. Well, thanks, Justin. Would have put your question up anyways. I actually don't even see a question from you, but I'm sure I will at some point. Juice has many questions. Baker or Kyler? Ask in the chat. We're going to answer it anyways.
I think you still got to go Baker here. Baker's been so good. Like, Kyler should be fine. this is nothing. Don't put in the chat that we hate Baker. I mean, we hate Kyler. Kyler should be fine, but I think I don't have any reason not to start Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I'm going Baker. Even if it's a tougher matchup, I'd still prefer Baker. Robert, just once, I think probably you specifically to know that Nick Chubb looked pretty good.
He did not look bad. I will admit it. He did not look bad.
Didn't. All right, so Dion got Njoku. Not feeling too great. I know. Did you pick up Fannin or another tight end?
I mean, if I have Njoku, I probably prefer another tight end because I don't want both Browns tight ends. But if the other tight end is going to be Dallas Goedert, Jake Ferguson, insert streaming tight end that I can grab any week of the season here, then sure, I'll take a chance on Fannin.
Yeah, I don't want to push the panic button yet on Njoku because he was out there. Again, I'm interested to see. I'm not going to make any declarations because obviously we don't know. It feels like they were specifically looking for him over and over again. And I wonder if it's just a thing. We're going to try to force feed Fannin because we think he's so good. He's going to always be open. Or was this just like, hey, they're not going to be expecting this. They're going to be all over Njoku and Judy, and we're going to, see what the rookie can do. I feel like they really made a point of getting the rookies involved week 1. I'm very curious to see if it happens week 2. Jules Henley, Lamar, Brees, Connor, Chase, London, Jacoby, Diggs, Hollywood, Tillman, Njoku, Mason. RB and tight end suggestions. Would you go Goddard over Pitts or Juwan? No.
Nah, Pitts. I mean, other than Njoku, but you got Pitts apparently, or at least Pitts is on the wire. I don't think you really need. What's wrong with this team? Maybe this team didn't have a great week 1 because Connor didn't go off, Chase busted, London was just okay, But you should feel good about this team. I don't look at this team and think oh, I gotta do something about this team. You're solid everywhere. I mean, Brees, Connor, Jordan Mason. I know Mason didn't have a big game, but he had good yardage. He got a lot of touches. I think you're fine.
Yeah, I'm not feeling as great about Connor, but I'm not also thinking, I can't start him anymore. Okay, fine. You're not deep at running back, but Mason is serviceable. So I think, again, you're okay. But yeah, go Pitts. You can start Pitts over Njoku this week. G-Mac. Which 3 to start? London, who may be questionable. DJ Moore, Flowers, Hollywood. Wannabe Jennings. All right.
Wannabe Jennings? London, if he plays for sure. Flowers. And then I might just go Hollywood here. I mean, he's going to get the targets. He's got Pat Mahomes. Yeah, DJ Moore will probably be fine, but I think I just prefer Hollywood. And I think no, that's the Vikings. The Bears don't. Do the Bears play late? When do the Bears play?
When do the Bears play? No, I don't think it's an afternoon game.
Yeah, I think it might be one of the afternoon games, but I mean, if London seems like he's going to be out, you could put DJ Moore in. But I would go London, Flowers, Hollywood.
All right, now I got to see just to make sure. It's early. Bears Lions is early.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll know about London in plenty of time.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, Johnny 22 Bear. Pick 3, Pickens, Sutton, Pearsall, Booty, Higgins.
You got to go. You got to still play Higgins. I think you got to still play Sutton, and then I'm going Pearsall as my 3rd.
Yeah, just only because you listed him last. Hoping it's not Jaden Higgins. If it's Jaden Higgins, it's a no. Just you never know. If it's T Higgins, it's a yes. All right, yeah, just to make sure. Frihola 33. Sell high on Etienne, or is he a league winner? Good question.
Oh, here it is. There's always these early season guys, and you gotta make this choice, right? And I'll say what I always say here. if you can get a proven high-end player, somebody we know is really, really good. I'm not talking like, I'm not talking who's somebody like, I'm not talking, I don't even know who to say here. I can't even think
Michael
of a name.
Pittman. I had a good
Yeah,
game.
I'm not talking Michael Pittman coming off a big game or, guys like that. I'm talking like high end. Like if somebody's like, I don't think Garrett Wilson can do this with Justin Fields. Give me Travis Etienne. Okay, I'm taking Garrett Wilson. Thank you very much. If somebody's like, oh man, Chase Brown did not have a big game. That he was a 1-year wonder last year. Okay, I'm taking Chase Brown. You know what I mean? Like I want high-end proven players. Yes, I will sell high, but I'm not going to trade him for like, even though I like Tony Pollard, I don't know if I'm going to trade him for Tony Pollard right now. I don't know if I'm going to trade him for Connor right now. I mean, you say you have these guys, so I guess it doesn't matter. But you know what I mean? I'm like throwing out names so if you're really selling high, yes, sell high, but it's got to be a sell high.
Yeah, a legit sell high. So not opposed to it though, if that's the question. All right, what about MNEIV or 4? Thank you. Appreciate it. Half PPR, JD, CMC, Chase Brown, DK, Ricky Pitts, Trevion on the bench. Who should I flex? Lineup suggestions. Any swaps here? Is it too soon to start Trevion?
It's too soon to start Trevion when you have CMC and Chase Brown.
It looks like he's the flex.
Yeah, but I would rather just flex Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DK. Would you go anybody over DK? There's Keenan, there's Odunze, maybe Odunze. It's 12
Yeah, but even Odunze, I don't feel like great about this week.
Yeah,
Keenan,
line secondary is pretty good.
I'd probably stick with what you got, but I put Hollywood in over Trevion.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right. But yeah, nothing else crazy. I mean, you're pretty set here. Bad motions. Thank you. Definitely appreciate you. Here's your super chat. Got a trade request. Received Chubb for McMillan. Wait, what?
For Ted McMillan?
It looks like it.
No, I mean, I know Chubb looked not so bad on Sunday, but I'm not trading away Ted McMillan to get Nick Chubb. No way.
No way. Of course, that guy requested it. Has Josh Allen, Gibbs, Aaron Senior? Is that Aaron Jones? Guessing. Ladd, Sutton, Njoku, Ted. Yeah, it's Ted McMillan, Goddard, Judy, Penix, Downs, J-Mo, and Monangai. 2 running backs. Aaron Jones. I don't see. Do you have no running backs on your bench except Monangai?
I mean, now I see why you might want Nick Chubb, but I mean, I don't want to do
right.
I mean,
I still would do
on the waiver.
No, don't do that trade.
I mean, I know I said I'm comfortable with bad running back rooms, but this is very uncomfortable. I mean, Aaron Jones and Monangai how did we get here? How did we get to this spot?
Yeah. At least Aaron Jones did score, and he will catch passes. I mean,
right.
Chubb's not the guy.
Wait, he's got Gibbs. You're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. You got Gibbs. I didn't see that. You're good.
Yeah, the RB2 is not ideal, but
who cares? You work on it. Work on it. Aaron Jones, your RB2 is fine. Yeah,
okay.
If he doesn't score last night, he does nothing, and he'll probably have some games where he does nothing, but it's fine. You got Gibbs.
And here's the other thing. You got Josh Allen. You don't need Penix. Yeah, you probably do need it. Tight end. I mean, J-Mo, would you? Yeah, I think you're fine. Your lineup, right? Tet over J-Mo this week.
Yeah, but I would put Goddard in over Njoku.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Bill traded Lamb, Ford, T. Higgins, and Cortland Sutton before week 1. Wait, who did you? I don't understand this. Who'd you get?
Yeah, I mean, how are we supposed to tell you our thoughts? I mean, my thoughts is this is crazy. Like, you drafted CeeDee Lamb, Jerome Ford, T. Higgins, and
Oh,
Cortland
wait a
Sutton, and then
minute.
was like,
I think it's look, maybe I'm wrong. Ford, I think it's supposed to be 4. He's saying he traded Lamb for Higgins and Sutton.
well, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly I think Higgins and Sutton are worth CeeDee Lamb. I know Higgins didn't have a great week 1, but we know that Bengals offense is going to get much better. Sutton was great in week 1. I'm sure he'll be great. So I don't think it's terrible here. I mean, I always say in these type of trades, if you are going to be starting T. Higgins and Cortland Sutton every single week, and you're not, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, if your wide receivers were CeeDee, you said it was CeeDee Lamb and McMillan. I mean, I might have just preferred CeeDee Lamb and McMillan, honestly. But if McMillan is now your flex, and before your flex was like, Josh Downs, then yeah, this is a good trade. So it really comes down to like, how does this help your team? But I think value wise, it's fair.
Yeah, it's fair. You didn't get fleeced or anything. So if it helps your depth, then yeah, I think it's fine. Johnny with another one. Johnny 22 Bear. Pick 2, Higgins, Pickens, Samuel, Moore, Ibuka, Diggs, I think. Pick 1 running back, Dobbins, Irving, Chase Brown, Chubb. Just 1 running back?
I think you still got to go Chase Brown. They get the Jaguars this week. He dominated the touches. He looked good. He doesn't have a big game. He'll be fine. Again, the Bengals did nothing. The Bengals did nothing on offense. Like, he'll be fine. You got to go Chase Brown at running back.
And then
I'm going to go Higgins, Ibuka at wide receiver.
And then who to flex? Flexing Bucky?
Yeah, Bucky at the flex.
All right. Update on Cody. He pulled the trigger while we were streaming. Traded BTJ for Nico
and Pierce. Oh, you got
and Pierce off for Ted.
Yeah, that one's fine. But BTJ for Nico, nice. I mean,
so went from. I don't remember honestly if this was the same team or different teams, but let's say went from BTJ Pearsall to Nico Ted. I think that's good.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if this is a win. I don't know. Anthony. Just trade away Hollywood for Amari Cooper. I don't know.
I know you've been out of commission a while, Anthony.
All right. Paul P. 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flex. Baker, McConkey, Ridley, Keon, Tillman, Bijan Swift, Caleb, Braylon, Tank, C-Rod, McBride, and Joku. Do I add Allen
Jimmy Fallon? Jimmy Fallon?
Fallon?
Is that Fannin, I guess?
I don't know if it's Fannin or if it's supposed to be Keenan Allen.
Oh, maybe Keenan Allen. Okay. I mean, you got McConkey, Ridley, Keon, Coleman, Cedric Tillman, Bijan Swift, Caleb. You could definitely drop Caleb Johnson. You could drop Tank. You can drop Chris Rodriguez. You can drop any 3 of those guys. So, yeah. You can drop Caleb, Tank, Chris Rodriguez, and you can pick both those guys up. Yes.
Yep. Do that. All right. Rahul Ramesh, welcome back. Yeah, I'm glad you're back again. Have Purdy and Dak. How much FAAB? Oh, to get Fields. And who do you drop?
I don't know if you had Fields on your roster already, but this is why I told people last week. I mean, I did make the mistake of telling people not to start Fields, but I said don't drop Fields if you can help it, because if he goes off, you're going to regret it. I mean, I don't want to go, even though I like Fields a lot, I don't want to go crazy for a QB, especially if I have Dak and Purdy as options. Like, yes, I prefer Fields, but Dak and Purdy are fine. So out of $100, I might do like $5 or $6 to get Fields. And if I don't get him, yeah, I'll be a little sad. But I mean, I won't be that sad because I have him on like half my teams. But you'll probably be a little sad because you don't. But you have Dak and Purdy, so it's fine.
Right, exactly. You'll still be okay if you don't get him, so don't go crazy. All right, Chief Perp. Have Mason. Would you pick up Sharp over him on waivers?
Oh, this is tough. Because even though Mason didn't have a big game, he got a lot of run last night. He got a lot of run.
And he was efficient. He looked good. He got some chunks.
And yeah, he's a good runner. I don't know. I mean, this could go either way. Like if Charbonnet is the guy in Seattle, it's gonna be like, oops, I should have picked up Charbonnet. But if it's Walker, I don't know. I think I probably just stick with Mason.
Yeah,
this one is tough.
I don't think I want to drop Mason. And you
Yeah, I
know,
don't want
keep in mind week 1, but also the Vikings did nothing in the first half. Really, the only time they moved the ball is when Mason got the ball. So I think Mason will be fine. So, and Fannin or Loveland, it's Fannin.
It's Fannin. Loveland's a ways away still.
Oh, and I almost missed Mixon. I'm not picking up Mixon right now. That's no point.
I'll say if you have an IR spot, sure, stash him on IR. But if you don't, then no.
Yeah. Faisal Al-Tahabi got 3 spots open. Yeah, Kittle and Worthy. Okay. Pick up Pitts, Fannin, Goddard, all those tight ends.
Pitts number 1. Pitts number 1, Henry number 2. I like Strange more this week. Go Fannin 3. Don't want to miss the breakout if there is one. So Pitts, Henry, Fannin, top 3.
And then receiver, I don't know, for this, Hollywood, Booty, Tillman, Austin.
Yeah, I guess in your case, I could go Hollywood first because you have Worthy. So if Worthy comes back, I guess you're going to go to Worthy. But I do worry that, Hollywood, especially when Rice and Worthy are back, is going to kind of just be like okay again. So I might prefer Booty and Tillman, but because you have Worthy, I might say Hollywood because he'll probably help you out more in the short term. And you do have Worthy, so you can go Hollywood first here.
And I'll say this because we know Kittle's out at least 4 weeks. You got 3 spots open. I'm okay. I mean, if you get Pitts, hopefully you're good. I'm okay picking up 2 tight ends if you wanted to go Pitts and Henry and somebody else, and then just to be safe there, and just one of those receivers. All right, got to put this one up. Johnny 22-1. His first matchup in Draft Lane and loves the app. Awesome.
Nice.
Quick reminder, too, we're still catching up to the super chat, your questions tonight. Remember, you can ask anytime if you're watching this back, maybe not live, or you still got questions, which I'm sure you will. The rest of the week, you can't catch the other live streams. You just want to try the app, try it out. Go to Draft Lane, ask away. And as we showed you at the very beginning, maybe you missed it, but if you rewind to the very beginning of the stream, showed you how it works. We can see your roster. We can see who's on waivers in your league. We can write you personalized comments, so it's pretty cool. Don't have time to deep dive into this, but Spearsy wants to know thoughts on potentially Tyreek Hill being traded this year. The chances have to be good, don't they? They have to be good.
Yes. It just makes sense. Makes sense for both sides.
They happen to reduce the number of captains on the team, and he happened to not make the final cut. I mean, come on. The writing's been on the wall. Yeah. And look, move on. Get him out. Chief Perp, Fields.
Okay.
Or Daniels.
I mean, come on. I'm all in on Fields this year, but not over Daniels. Let's not get crazy here.
Look, when we say must start, we mean must start. Like, it doesn't matter. You don't bench Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, those guys. No, you just don't. All right, Tolu O needs clarification here. Okay, dropped Pittman before week 1.
Yeah, I think we got that one. It's still
Ingram.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense than Evans. Remember, it was Evans. For Juwan. We were like, don't drop Mike Evans.
Big difference.
That makes more sense. I mean, again, I don't want to drop Ingram because I don't want to okay, maybe nobody picks him up this week, but what happens when he comes back from the injury and has like a 7 or 8 catch game and then somebody gets Evan Ingram? I don't want to drop Evan Ingram. I still like Evan Ingram this year. He played did he even play a half? I don't even know if he played a half. So I'm fine picking up Juwan. I mean, if you don't have anybody good, you say you have Jefferson, Ricky, J-Mo, and Jacoby. I mean, I'm not dropping those guys for Juwan. So if you have to drop Ingram, fine, but I don't want to. Still going Purdy, like we said. And yeah, I know you said you had these guys, but I wasn't really too excited about Marvin Mims this year, but it's fine. What's done is done. Hopefully you can get Pittman. If you don't get Pittman back, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. If you don't want to like drop a ton of FAAB, it's fine.
Yeah, you still have pretty good receivers. I mean, this would be your Pittman would be your 5th receiver anyway, so it's fine. All right, Emmanuel, trade Dobbs and Brian Robinson. Okay, it's a dynasty league. This explains it, but this is very interesting. Dobbs and Brian Robinson for the old guys, Tyreek Hill and Austin Eckler.
I mean, I wouldn't even if I was like win now. What am I getting from Tyreek Hill and Austin Eckler this year? Like, unless Tyreek Hill, like where would like the Chiefs? Maybe the Chiefs. They're also talking Steelers. That's not going to make me excited for Tyreek Hill. Like the 2 rumors I heard were Chiefs or Steelers. Like the Steelers have been linked to every possible trade this entire. It's been weird, right? Like every player that's been up for trade, it's like Steelers. Like, geez. But nah, like. Even if I was trying to win now, I don't know if Tyreek Hill and Eckler are helping me win. Now I'm just keeping Dobbs and Brian Robinson.
I want to say do this and then just immediately trade Tyreek Hill and Austin Eckler to try to get something better. You know, like what is Romeo Dobbs in a dynasty league, right? Do you ever start Romeo Dobbs? No. Brian Robinson, okay, maybe if CMC gets hurt. If you think you can flip them for something else, you know, I will do this and then try to flip them for draft picks. That's what I would do.
Yes.
Okay. John Torres. Drop Mooney for Tillman. That's close.
I'm okay with I mean, I know. I mean, I'm okay with this. Why not?
Pretty close. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Booty or Johnston, like Quentin Johnson. I prefer Booty. What about you?
Yeah, I would rank him Booty, Tillman, Johnston.
All right. Jacob Garcia. Lost Kittle. All right. Who to pick up? Henry, Johnson, Strange, or Ferguson?
That's the exact order I would have them in. That's the exact order.
Yeah. So hasn't come out. It'll come out Thursday, right? Booms come out Thursday morning.
Booms come out Thursday, yes.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert, I talk about Hunter Henry. So I like Henry the best here. C. Hibbs. Trade Pitts for Hawkinson.
You know, I mean, it feels like you should do this, right?
We're now getting into dangerous territory. It's 1 week and we're already like Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
This is it. It's happening. Like
I know. And we're already like, oh, Hawk. No, not gonna happen for Hawk.
I can't do this. I still believe in TJ Hawkinson. JJ McCarthy turned it around second half, thankfully. I still have to believe in Hawkinson. So I would do this. If you're getting Hawkinson, I would do this.
Yeah, you probably still have to have Hawk over.
All right, here's I think a pretty firm yes. Zay Cole. Etienne's on waivers. Drop Eckler for him. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, wait, what? Yeah, yes, 100%.
Joe, yeah, good point. Make sure it's the right Etienne. Even if it says T Etienne, make sure. He says it's yes. All right. Like Anthony, you keep throwing these out. I'm just gonna have to say stick to baseball. No, I'm just kidding. I could see somebody doing this though.
I mean, you got to take AJ Brown, right?
Yeah, he said he's
still got to take AJ Brown here.
Take AJ Brown. All right, Juice, Judy, Adams, or Pearsall in the flex. Did you have Pearsall over Adams? I think so, right? Pearsall.
Oh yeah, Pearsall. All in on Pearsall this week.
Bad motions again. Would you trade Penix for Travis Etienne? This guy's desperate for quarterback because he only has CJ Stroud.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can trade Penix and get Travis Etienne 100%. 100%.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, unless in super flex, no. But if it's a one quarterback league, definitely yes. Carl, you know what? Let's put this up. You apparently smashed me in one of the best ball leagues. That's fine. That's fine. I'll recover.
I haven't even I looked at some of the standings today just to make sure like everything looked okay. But I didn't even check like how many I won or lost. I was doing like some waiver claims before we came on though. I was getting my waiver claims in because got a lot to do.
Yeah. I need to do that now. I kind of looked a little bit last night, like you said, we were looking at the app just to see how everything looked. And I looked kind of at my matchups, just curiosity. And I feel I was like, I'm winning. Oh, I'm losing. I'm winning. I'm like, it's going to be high. That's okay. I'll take it. All right. Wow. Okay. It feels like we were way behind and now we're caught up just like that. All right.
Nice.
We're almost 2.5 hours in, about the length of a full football game. So let's do some questions. We're gonna do the lightning round we haven't done for a while. Let's try to get some questions of players we have not talked about and some viewers that we haven't answered yet. I know we haven't had a Sam Darnold question, but here we go. Isaiah. Sam Darnold and JCM for Daniel Jones and Trey Benson.
I want Darnold and JCM.
Yeah. I think the one player here who probably is the most valuable overall is Bill. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
All right. Let's do Landon. Got a trade question. Trade Bucky, Wilson, Harrison for Chase and Shakir. That kind of feels like a lot.
Much. This is too much even for Chase. I mean, you're giving up an RB1, a guy who looks like he could be a wide receiver one, and a wide receiver who I know it's only been one game, but maybe he's going to break out. Remember, this guy was a first-round pick last year. This is too much.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, oh, Jamar Chase. But yeah, exactly. You're giving up 3 really good players. And Shakir, again, he's okay. And you're in a 10-team league. Hopefully he's not even in your lineup. So, yeah. I don't think you can do this. All right. Zachary Mudd, thanks for helping with the Draft Lane app in 2 regular. That's right. And I think I played you like twice this week, Zachary, if I remember. And if I remember, I think I won or was winning one and losing one, probably. How about Douglas Wilson? Ready to drop these guys? I know you're ready to drop Mims. What about Scadaboo, Cam Ward?
I mean, yeah, you can drop Mims. I'm okay dropping Scadaboo depending on who's out there. I don't want to drop Scadaboo. I still like him, but this Giants offense worries me. But if there's somebody better, like if Quinshon Judkins is still out there, or if you're in these shallow leagues where Etienne is out there, or even if, I don't know, somebody might be out. Maybe Jordan Mason's still out there. Sure. Cam Ward, yeah, if he's not your starting QB, do you really need Cam Ward?
Yeah, nobody needs Cam Ward if it's not a super flex or 2 QB league. Not yet. All right. Ryan got the super chat. Thank you, Ryan. Rips has AJB, Rashad Bateman, Dante Thornton, Marvin Mims, and Luther Burden. Would you trade any of these? If so, for who?
Well, I would happily trade Rashad Bateman, Deontay Thornton, Marvin Mims, or Luther Burden. But what are we really getting in return for these guys right now? Like, somebody's like, hey, I'll buy you a cup of coffee if you just give me this guy. Just give me Marvin Mims, I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Like, what are we getting in return for these guys? So the only one that you could really trade right now is AJ Brown. But this is not a good time to trade AJ Brown. Like, everybody just saw what happened to AJ Brown. You're trading them at his lowest point, unless he is just as bad this week, and then he'll have an even lower point. But this is not a good time to trade AJ Brown. So yeah, I would happily trade those last 4 guys, but look, if somebody wants to give me somebody good for any one of those guys, sure, have them. They're yours. Take them. But realistically, probably not.
Yeah, I'll take the cup of coffee. That sounds like a good deal. Assuming this is a redraft league, not Dynasty, that would be a whole different thing. But I'm pretty sure this isn't Dynasty because you wouldn't just be offloading rookies. In a regular redraft league, yeah, Bateman or Coffee. Right now, give me Coffee. Thornton, okay, you can stash and see. Maybe. Burden, you could stash and wait. Mims, again, it's like a better and best ball type of guy. He's like, oh, I got a receiver that's hurt. 2 of my guys are on bye this week. Let me pluck Marvin Mims off waivers and stream him. That's kind of what he's going to be this year. All right, Carl, I think so. I don't remember seeing a question like this. He said, do you miss my RJ, Harvey, or Bill for RB2, Ridley, or Pearsall for flex?
Pierce all over Ridley. I think you got to go Bill over Harvey, even though it's a tough matchup. Bill's getting more touches right now.
Yeah, it's just a little too soon to start Harvey if you don't need to. You got Bill. Let's go Bill. Touchdown upside at least. All right. And then, again, I'm assuming this is redraft. Hades Metal. Hades Metal. That's pretty funny. Thornton or Booty?
Booty. Give me Booty.
There you go. Arthur. What's up, Arthur? Swanson? Hold Bill? Yeah. Seems too soon. His trade value is as high as his upside. Well, so you're asking about trading him.
I mean, I'm fine trading Bill here. Like, if I can trade him high. Now, I don't expect to get, like we talked about Travis Etienne earlier. Travis Etienne's a known commodity. I would not be surprised if I could flip Travis Etienne for, a good player who I know is good, because we've seen Travis Etienne be great before. Bill is still an unknown. I doubt you're going to be able to trade Bill and get Garrett Wilson or Marvin Harrison Jr. or Devontae Adams. Something like, no, you're probably not going to be able to trade Bill. If you can, sure, but you're probably not. So I'd probably rather just hold right now.
Yeah, obviously with trades, it always depends what you can get, but agree. I'm not convinced Bill is going to be a league winner necessarily, and some people are. And if they are, fine. Short season. I think you'd asked this earlier. 49ers or Rams? I think we said Niners, right? Because they played the
Niners
Saints.
And Spencer Rattler. Let's go. I know Spencer Rattler's your boy, but I'm streaming against him anyways.
Yeah. No logical reason why I feel compelled to defend Spencer Rattler, but
yeah, why?
I think I just feel bad for him. Honestly, I'm just like, come on,
maybe. All right,
that's what it is. Douglas Wilson, and then we just answered that one. But the super sticker, appreciate you, thank you. And then Arthur now says he's been shooting for Tootin over JCM all off season. So, I mean, do you think is it possible? Is Tootin going to be the guy who jumps over Bill?
I mean, it's possible, and like you said, his path is one step closer. But Bill's already, his path is already here. His path is already clear. He's already on the path.
Well, the thing is, okay, a lot of the reason why people are big on Tootin, it's not like amazing things he did in college. There's a lot of running backs who are like, to this. Okay, it's the Liam Cohen thing, right? Like, he's going to be the Bucky. He's this year's Bucky. But if Travis Etienne is already there and it was a much more decorated player even in college and has been there and has had success in the NFL, it's hard to just see Tootin's taking over for Etienne, right? JCM he's already there. But look, if you like Tootin, again, stash him, no problem. See what happens. Okay, Brian Dunsel. Trade Kelsey, Portet, or Rome?
100%. 100%. You got Tyler Warren. Do this.
So, I mean, if you have your choice, which I don't know if you do, who do you prefer, Tet over Rome, or?
I don't know. I probably prefer Tet, but I like them both. So,
yeah, either one. I think Tet has more upside, a little more upside. There you go. Yes, yeah. Carl's like, did Bigsby actually go to the Eagles? Yes, he did.
Yeah,
that's for real.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Bernardo wants to know: would you drop him for Mason Etienne or Benson? Yes.
And I'd drop them for any of those. My order would be Etienne, Mason, Benson.
Absolutely. You have to do this, but for any of them. All right, Tristan with another one. What's up, Tristan? Roll. Trade Keenan Allen for Jordan Mason. Okay, it's got to.
I would only, yeah. I mean, this is close. This seems fair. It's full PPR. This would come down to what I need. You say you have Aaron Jones. That's not going to be enough for me. Like, do I need running back? Then sure, I'll take Jordan Mason for Keenan. Do I need wide receiver? I'll take Keenan for Jordan Mason. This really, I think this is a very fair trade. Comes down to what you need.
You run the risk of, you're like, okay, well, I have the Vikings running back either way, but then you know what happens, right? You're like, I have them both. Who do I start? Because they're both on the field. But yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, how about Juicy Boosie? Did you drop Chubb, Jennings, or Scatterboo for Hollywood or Keenan?
I think you can drop Scatterboo for Hollywood. And I will say, if you don't need Chubb, like if Chubb's your RB5 or something, you can drop him as well for Keenan. I'm not dropping Jennings.
No. Drop those running backs to get those receivers. That's fine. You could probably drop them both. Kenny wants to know if you drop Josh Downs for Hollywood.
Yes, Josh Downs. No.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's happening. Back to Tristan. He wants to add, got London, Adams, and Lamb. Pretty nice. Other RB is Connor and Benson. So
that's good.
Yeah, I mean you're good enough. You can do that trade. I think it's fine. All right, and then where was it? I just saw one. There, Zach Pettit, our Bigsby, yes, Kate Auden, and Ollie, all droppable.
Yes.
Looking to get Fannin, Tuden, and Juwan Johnson, all good choices.
Yeah, I don't think you need 3 tight ends here, but
yeah, well, exactly. Okay, so let's prioritize here and let's just do it again. What's the order? Or who would you pick?
The order for me is Johnson, Fannin, Strange. So if you want to, I mean, look, if you're going to drop 3 guys and get those 3 guys, I guess just keep Strange. I mean, why you don't need to drop Strange? I guess don't drop him.
Yeah, maybe there's somebody else out there that you could get. If these guys are all out there, maybe a Hollywood is out there, maybe somebody else that you could stash a running back or something like that. So, which look, brings me to it. Don't forget, we do have the stash video that is coming out. You know, it's going to come out in a couple days. Sometimes everyone's fighting over FAAB. These guys picking up the same players. Sometimes you get ahead of the game. You want to stash the player that's going to be next week's hot pickup. You can get for free. Stash them. You don't have to spend up to get the players that everybody wants after week 1, because you know what happens after week 1. A lot of these players wind up getting dropped after week 2 or 3 because but we'll see. All right, Mr. Mullet,
nice,
half PPR, 9-man league. Nick Saquon Hampton, 9-man league.
So somebody has a bye every week, or what? How's that work?
We had wasn't it last year? Somebody has an 11-man league, didn't they?
Yeah, somebody had a weird league like that. Maybe it's not head to head. Maybe it's just points. I don't know.
I did play in a league like that once, where it's kind of like a baseball roto league where you just points every week. Yeah, it wasn't as fun. Nico, Saquon Hampton, AJ, Nico, Jason, Kincaid. All right, it's pretty good, even for a 9-manner. Pitts, Moore, Ridley, Pittman, Stroud, Walker, Williams. I'm not sure which Williams.
All right, what are we doing here?
I'm assuming setting the lineup.
I will put Pitts in over Kincaid. I don't think I can put Ridley in over AJ Brown yet, although I'm tempted, but I can't. I'll put Pitts in over Kincaid. I think that's it.
Yeah, and not just because of last week, but in general, it's a 9-man league. Knicks is fine. You can drop Stroud, maybe pick up somebody of value. Yeah, Pitts over Kincaid. I think that's it, though. All right. All right. Let's sign on to that. Glad for the reminder. Thank you, Isaiah. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone who's been on here. Don't forget, thumbs up if we helped you at all, or at least attempted to help you. If you just enjoy listening, give us a thumbs up. You should be subscribed already. Sometimes people forget to subscribe, but don't forget to do that. Turn on notifications so you know when we go live, which is almost every night. Videos coming out every single day, always to help you win. Got playlist. We got starts it already for week 2 coming out. Waiver wire has been up, panic has been up, and more to come. So you already know. Don't forget you can use Draft Lane also for your start sit questions, your waiver questions, your trade questions, and all that. So download the app. It is a free download, App Store, Play Store. And don't forget also, kind of like the thumbs up, give us a 5-star rating, Draft Lane. Been trying to put in a lot of hard work, a little bit us, mostly our developer. Ali, big shout out, and just trying to make fantasy football as much fun as possible. All right. Thank you guys, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.